We up.
Yep.
Peep it out. Says we on.
Says we says yeah, there you go. Check 1, 2.
Cool. What's good? What's good? Check 1. Check 2. I'm ready. CO2.
Got you.
All right. Here.
Yep, we hear it. Yep. Good, we're running.
All right. Cool.
All right, what's up, everybody? Happy 2020.
Yeah. Happy Ville year.
Happy New Year. Yeah.
Salud.
Salud. Oh, first one of the new decade.
We're gonna wrap up the last year. Damn, we should have done best of decade. I guess we can do that too.
Oh man, that's gonna be tough. All right, so we're gonna start off with some movies, some of our top picks for this year. Let's what do we got down the pipeline? What we work with?
Let's go. Let's do 20 through 10, and then we'll do our top 10 after. Is that cool or what?
20 through. Oh, okay,
You know
okay, got you.
I got 17, but 17 through 10. And
17 through 10.
All right, cool.
Okay, all right.
We winging this bitch.
All right. So, what's your first one? Number 17.
17.
What you got?
All right. From Op Gritty, the hardest shit ever. 17. Toy Story.
17. Toy Story. Toy Story 4.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Just how was that? I didn't get to see that
one. Like I said, I didn't see everything I wanted to see this year. So, this was still a good flick. Despite shit I'm gonna be missing, but this is what I seen. But Toy Story 4, good shit. Good to the fucking good addition to the story, to the series, I should say.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Took my kids, had a good time. New characters added to the movie. It was dope. They haven't missed a step on any of these, I don't think. I mean, this shit's been around since the 90s, yo.
That's great. Because I've heard mixed reviews about that one. Some people didn't care for it, thought it was unnecessary, but sounds like you were cool with that.
Yeah, and I don't know. Yeah, that shit was good, yo. It didn't fuck up their legacy.
They didn't. That's at least you could ask, right?
Yeah.
Like, don't fuck up your legacy.
Yeah. Maybe not as good as 3, but it's cool. It's cool, yeah. You'll enjoy it if you see it.
Right on.
What you got, baby?
I'll probably have to go with I'll go with Maleficent.
Oh, for real?
Number 17. Yeah. I did see it. It was fine. I was a little confused by the beginning because I'm like, I thought she was like a good person now. So I was like, why is she mad? Why is she mad at everybody? Yeah. A little bit. It was kind of weird.
Was it a continuation from the last one? I saw the first one.
Yeah, it looked like it was supposed to be the continuation from the first one. It was like, I can't remember why she was so salty still. I was like, why is she mad still? It was like, I thought they made peace with each other, but it looked like she was still pissed off. But I mean, it was great, good special effects. They brought in a bunch of new characters, especially the ones with the wings and all that stuff. They like introduced a whole crazy new sub culture of all these. I guess they're like these winged fairies, kind of like dark fairies, I guess you could call them. And so that was kind of cool to see. They made up this really big, epic battle at the end. And I think that alone was kind of worth seeing it. If you could see it, like especially on a really big screen, I was watching parts of it. Is really large screen that they have at this one theater in LA, and it when it fills up a whole reason, it was okay.
It looked demonic and Illuminati-ish.
Yeah,
was it?
Yeah, it was definitely it looks demonic for sure because she looks demonic, and like that's kind of like that's kind of the thing about it is that they look scary. These even though they're not bad people, they just look scary because they got these big ugly big wings, and they're kind of, some of them look a little ratted and tattered down. They kind of look a little rough. So it kind of lends itself to being a little scary, even though they're really not supposed to be.
Was it she got shitted on like the first movie? Is that why she's still pissed off? Or
I guess, it was really I really didn't understand why she was still mad. I thought, like I said, it seemed like they had kind of mended things at the end, but maybe I wasn't paying enough attention to the end of the first one. but then she gets kind of mad because her like adopted daughter is getting married off, and they're kind of like the other family of them are kind of like not looking at her sideways, like they don't trust her. And then she's still kind of not adjusting well, talking to regular people. She's still kind of in this headspace like I don't trust you people.
No.
Like she's so that's a conflict right there. And then she kind of reverts back to her old ways and starts acting like an ass. Starts raining hell on everybody and just not giving a fuck.
So this one she didn't end up being cool or what?
At the end, yeah, she was cool. At the end, yeah, it's like she made peace with everybody, and that was kind of the other thing that kind of bugged me about the ending. That felt like they wrapped it up really fast. It's like, oh, we're good now. It's like we just laid waste to your entire kingdom with our winged homies over here, and now it's like, well, you know what, we're fine. All that stuff we just did right now, we're good. It's like, man, it was just the fucking bedlam a minute ago. You guys are fine with that? I'm like, that was a little weird, but. Yeah, the ending was a little off to me. It just felt a little rushed. It was like, oh, okay, you built up all the way to the end, and then that was it for that whole storyline. So I guess they're done with it. Maybe we'll see. I don't know, but felt like they said all they could say with that movie. I don't know if I'd spend money to go see another. I probably would.
I was surprised they made that one, man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, me too. I thought, but I guess money talks. What are you gonna do? All right, number 16. What you got, sir?
16. Let's see what I got. I got Zombieland.
Zombieland? Yeah. Zombieland 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you see it?
2. Yep, I did see it.
Yeah, what'd you think?
I liked it.
Did you?
It. Yeah,
cool.
I thought it was funny because of 10 years have passed basically, and you got to kind of be in this other reality where certain things don't exist.
Yeah, it was funny. Yeah, like Uber and shit.
He's like, yeah, I want to. That was a great. I keep thinking of that in my head.
Yeah, me too. That was funny.
She's all, it's like, I'm gonna invent this thing where you people will pick you up,
give you candy. Stranger will give you candy.
Yeah, strangers giving you rides, and they start laughing at it. It's like, yeah, that's a good way to get killed. It's like, that's the stupidest idea I've ever heard. Who's ever gonna take a ride from somebody they don't know? So stuff like that was really funny to me. I was like, oh, that was kind of slick the way they pulled that off.
Oh yeah,
and then also how they did you stay till the end for the after credits for the Bill Murray?
Oh yeah. When he's wrecking shop.
Yeah, I ain't afraid of no ghost. And he's all trying to like sell Garfield. It is like, dude, he's really trying hard. And he's like, yeah. He's like trying to get all deep into it, and he's like, "Shut up, man."
Did you ever hear why he did Garfield?
Yes. Did you?
Yeah, it's just funny. Yo.
Yeah,
He thought it was a Coens Brothers flick.
He got He
signed like a 3-part deal.
Yeah.
That's not.
He basically tricked himself into that because he didn't do enough research from what it looks like.
See, that's what he gets for trying to be too artsy, yo. That was always they say he's hard to find, and he only does certain art movies, and then he got. Yeah, be too pretentious, man.
Yeah, he kind of he played himself.
Yeah, he played himself, kid. But
I was like, yeah, you check your ego, buddy.
But I'm surprised, like he did that. Like that movie's kind of like a trash movie, but he's in that. He must
I don't know how they. I don't know how they make pie because they just thought, oh, it's just gonna be a one-off part and. It's not going to be, whole movies based on him. They probably give him a fat check.
Probably fat check for one day, 2 hours or some shit. Yeah, just like, punching shit.
I'm out. Yeah, punching, pretending to punch people and knocking them out on the fucking ground. And that was the same thing with the first one. He was there just playing himself. He played himself. Literally played himself. He's like, what I do? I just show up like this? Okay.
That was funny.
That's what I did. That's what he did.
That was funny, too, about this one was when somebody gets murked on accident, they call it getting murrayed.
Yes.
Say that fool got clapped, yo. That fool got murrayed.
Yeah. Like that's funny how like even in the Zombieland, Ben was fucking travel. He got married. They're like, what?
What's that mean?
So you guys haven't heard? Somebody killed Bill Murray.
They thought he was a zombie.
Yeah.
That's just tight.
That was great. Yeah. Okay, I'll you put that at 16. What the hell? I'll put that at 16 too. That's good enough.
Yeah, Blur didn't like it too much.
You didn't like it?
No.
No?
Well, I thought it was cool though.
What did he do? Didn't like it? Just too much carbon copy of the first one?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Well, I don't know. I forget what he was telling me why he didn't like it, but I thought it was cool.
It was alright. I thought it was great. I even liked when they brought in the Wilson brother, right?
Oh, that was tight, huh?
Yeah,
both of them. Both those idiots.
They both died. They both died quick. The fool got all big and it's like, oh shit.
No, I liked when they're like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I just feel a little sick.
I like how you show him turning. Like we saw a couple people.
Oh yeah.
We didn't see that before, and the one girl thought she was turning, but she just had a peanut allergy. She's like, I thought they were vegan.
Oh, and the new zombies, that was pretty cool too. Like fucking night zombies, all that shit was pretty cool.
The T1, T800.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they call it the T800. Like, oh shit, that thing was all moving all fast and strong, and he couldn't be put down with one bullet. And I was like, oh, that's cool. They evolved them a little bit.
Yeah.
So all right, I'll put that at 16, no problem.
Cool.
I'll work with that. And 15, what do you got on deck?
This ain't my 15, but I didn't mention it. Let me see what you think. Godzilla. Maybe that's like
Godzilla.
18.
Yeah, Godzilla's in that area too. What? It
was corny as fuck.
That just wasn't as memorable for me.
It wasn't as good as
the first one.
Skull Island.
You thought it was worse than Skull Island? Okay.
Yeah, I like Skull Island more.
Okay.
But I like this. I did like this shit though. I mean, I had a good time. I saw it on IMAX, the real IMAX screen. Shit was dope, dog.
Yeah.
I watched it. My bad. I watched it again at home. I was like, man, these are some Michael Bay jokes, yo. This shit is trash, man.
Yeah, I think they're trying too hard to make the whole connected universe with this series, and then putting in like this whole long history and backstory with it. I think it's getting kind of a little convoluted at some point. And I think that was kind of the problem they're going to run into, and I was a little worried about that. And it seems like they kind of hit a bit of a wall when it came to that process. But I did enjoy the movie, especially because you saw Mothra, and you also see
what's his name was sick.
King Gaiden. Gordon, yes.
Gordon, right?
Yeah, or Zuron.
Yeah, I forgot to say that motherfucker's name. But that fool looked badass, dog.
Yeah,
Ghidorah.
Is it King Ghidorah?
Some shit like that.
Yeah.
It's not even popping up. The motherfucking Hydra.
Okay, I gotta get it right, or else I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, the king.
Okay.
Three-headed dragon joint, King Ghidorah.
Oh, you're right, King Ghidorah.
Yeah,
you're closer than I was.
Yeah, he was dope as fuck.
Yeah, he was fucking. He was huge.
Yeah,
he was huge.
Yeah. I was like, how the fuck is Godzilla gonna fuck with this thing?
He had to get nuked up.
They fucking juked him.
They jump started him with the nukes. Is that what they did? They put like a nuclear bomb down in the fire or something. Yeah, right?
Fucking jump started that motherfucker. Yeah.
And he was all fucking supercharged.
Yeah, he was all fucking
Red Bulled out, man. I was like, yeah, get him.
Your Macho Man 85 shit. Ultimate Warrior prime right there. Yeah. No, what was stupid though about that shit was the mom, yeah. I gotta release them all because you guys don't know shit about the hood. Yeah. I was like, what? What kind of logic is this?
Yeah, he was like,
that was crazy. Yo.
Yeah, well, I think that was kind of the point to make it look like she was fucking crazy. That she
was crazy. Yeah, it's fucking retarded.
Yeah, she was out of control. You know that. She was kind of like, in a sense, she was actually the villain because she got over. She was over the top. She, instead of just she wanted to like hyper accelerate things. It's like, yeah, okay, maybe they're here to restore balance, but they don't need your help. Let them do their own thing.
And you're teaming up with this fucking psychopath dude that's murking all these scientists and shit. You trying to do good, you're murking your fucking coworkers. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, it was real dark, man. And then they found that thing at the end, at the end credits. They got part of the head, right? They got the head.
Oh yeah, what was it?
I think it was part of the head, the dragon, wasn't it?
Ghidorah's head?
Yeah, Ghidorah's head. I think it was his head, right? And then it looks like they were going to do something with it. I think like they're going to try to clone it or something like that. At least that's what they're kind of hinting at.
Oh, okay. And who you got? King Kong, Godzilla?
Godzilla.
Yeah.
I have to go with Godzilla.
Doesn't even make sense. Even Kong's smaller than Godzilla.
But supposedly Kong's going to be bigger than when they
He's going to
meet
get
up.
nuked.
He's gonna well, because they remember in the Godzilla in the King Kong movie, they're saying like, well, he's like the baby.
Oh, he's still a baby.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Supposedly, he's basically still an infant. So, I'm still looking for. I'll get a ticket for that still.
Oh yeah.
I'll still get a ticket for King Kong versus Godzilla.
No, this made the top 20, so it wasn't bad, wasn't great. It was cool, and I'm down with the series.
Yeah.
I like Skull Island. Even Godzilla 1 was cool.
Godzilla 1 was cool. It was great.
Yeah.
I saw that like twice in the theaters.
Yeah.
Dug it. All right.
Who'd he fight in that one?
That was the made up ones, the Mutos, the Mutos.
Oh yeah, they were fake Mothras.
They were they were just made up for the movie. They were not from part of the.
They weren't kaiju, real kaiju.
No, they were made up. But those things were badass too.
These to my kaiju brethren.
They got lit up hard.
Beast motherfucker.
All right, and 15. I'll throw it in just because it's fun. It was just so weird. Aladdin.
Oh yeah.
Don't know if you saw Aladdin.
No.
Aladdin. Yeah, even despite the fact everybody was like hated that the trailer that they put on and made fun of Will Smith, his blue ass.
I heard it wasn't as bad as everybody.
It wasn't. Yeah. It wasn't. It was okay. But they pretty much stayed true to the entire story. They made a few tweaks here and there, but it wasn't bad.
Princess Jasmine is fire. You know?
She's fine. Even the girl that was her assistant.
Oh, she was.
She was nice too. She was nice. They did a hell of a job of that one. But it was okay. It was fun. It was fine. It was alright. What about you? You got 15.
My 15 is, but now I seen this, and it's not on my list either. But I'll put that shit like maybe a little bit after or before Godzilla. Us. Okay. Yeah. All right. Good. I'm glad you mentioned that. Because I didn't put it in my list. I don't know why it's here, but I thought it was all right.
I thought it was good.
But it's bottom of my list.
I had to watch it again because it was
a weird motherfucker.
Yeah, it's a weird motherfucker. But like the more I get into it and kind of get a little bit behind the philosophy of it all, it really kind of takes on a more deeper life of its own. You know, it's just like, what does it mean? Also, like the end at the ending, it's kind of a weird twist at the end. Like, the
bomb in the sun.
Yeah, because there's a lot of theories going on out there, but I think one of the major theories is that I think film theories was one of them that covered this, is that the guy is the kid is still is not the original kid. The original kid is the one got left behind.
The original kid's the bird face.
Bird face, yes. Yeah, the original kid, the one from above.
That's her real son.
Yeah, that's her real son. Yeah.
Well, it's kind of gets twisted because she was
because she took place of the original one, and so did this kid. Yeah. Because you know how he kind of mentions last time
he went there first. Yeah.
So it looks like that's why he doesn't say nothing when he puts a mask on. Oh. That's why he couldn't figure out how to use the stupid little lighter trick. Oh. Yeah, because he wasn't the original kid. The original kid showed him how to do it, and he got burnt up, and he fucking left him behind. Oh shit. That's why he couldn't talk. Yeah. And then also, what's the other one that was a giveaway too? Because they both don't have rhythm. Oh. They both don't, because they both don't have a soul. Oh, okay. So they can't catch the beat of I got 5 on it. Oh, all right. So that's like I buy into that one.
I see. Sure. Yeah, that's cool. That's
I think that one fits.
I think there's a whole bunch. That fool was real intricate with this shit, yo.
Yeah, that's why he's doing Twilight Zone. Man. Yeah. Gotta be. Jordan Peele, man. That's why I was like, when the first one, I was like, when I first saw it, like, this is so freaking weird, dude. I was like, what is going on? It's like, I talked to a bunch of people about it, and I'm just like, huh? And they're like, yeah, they didn't have souls. I'm like, oh, they didn't? I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, because they're clones.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was the thing that they all were kind of missing. And it's like, oh, and you kind of I started making little connections here and there, and I think that's why I liked it so much, because it's like I started piecing things together. Like, oh, that's why she had that weird voice, because she collapsed her fucking windpipe. She couldn't talk right anymore. So I was like, all right, okay, so that's what she did. She fucking took her place.
Yeah.
But it was just kind of like it also kind of breaks a lot of logistic windows too, because it's like you kind of have to like figure out, well, how are they living down there? As I guess they were living off these rabbits, and I didn't figure that out till like much later.
Oh yeah,
they were eating. I was like, what's the point of these rabbits? I'm like, well, because just rabbits are just kind of like pointless animals. They don't do anything, so they just serve as food.
Oh yeah,
that's what they were using them for, as just using food, and they're just an abundant source because they just keep multiplying.
Oh, they keep breeding and shit off.
Yeah. So so that was a good follow up. Way different than what I was expecting it to be.
Not as good as Get Out.
No, Get Out is like messes with my head still a little bit. Because it was like subtle creepiness. This one has like it's just random weirdness all over the fucking place, and you're just like watching it like, oh, now what's happening? It's like now there's a whole gang of these fuckers coming up from the from underneath wherever these subway tunnels they were hanging out at. So it's some weird shit. So I don't know if this is gonna be, if they'll ever like maybe follow up with this one, because this could use some more explaining. So this one maybe this movie would deserve a sequel, but I don't know. I don't know. What did you think? Just overall, was it? You just thought it was okay?
I thought it was cool. Yeah, I thought it was okay, and not I was, because I like Get Out so much. I thought it was gonna be more, but pretty cool, pretty weird concept. Yeah, I fuck with it. Where you put it on the list?
I put it about
around 18 or 19, I guess.
I'm like right around 14, 15 right here. This is actually where I'm like, that's why I brought it up right now, and I'm glad you brought it up too, because that's where I'm at. But you say it would have a little lower?
Yeah, it's maybe above Godzilla, or it's around that level.
No, okay, fair enough.
But my real 15 is Dolomite.
Oh, I didn't get to see that. Dolomite is my name.
It's good, dog. It's fucking good, yo.
Yeah, everybody said that's fucking Eddie Murphy's like best work in a while.
It is, but it's not like oh damn, this is the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Wait, better than Pluto Nash? Come on,
you can't fuck with classics. Can't fuck with Pluto Nash.
And he only dresses up as one character in this one, right? He doesn't do like 35.
Oh yeah. He's not a fat chick. He's
not himself 100 years in the future or something like that. He's just Dolomite.
Not as good as Meet Dave, but
Meet Dave. Oh, I think you dusted off the cobwebs of my brain when you just said that. Oh my god. Meet Dave.
Nah, but
dude, that was like the trash bin of my cerebral cortex when you said that. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's tight. But
great pool, man. Give me credit.
I kind of fuck with that movie though. I think that's one of Kevin Hart's OG joints. Yeah? He's in that. I forgot that.
Is he?
Yeah. It's like one of the dudes in his brain, I think, or in the spaceship, or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, that was a weird fucking movie, dude. Oh my gosh.
But
okay, so Dolomite. Tell me about it, because I didn't get to see it.
Dolomite is.
I want to see it still.
It's not like fucking drop dead funny shit, but it was a good story, good fucking
because that shit happened.
Yeah, it had like a good message, dog, of like the shit we're trying to do, like fuck what everybody tells you, go get that shit, yo. Yeah. And even when you ain't got no money to do it, go do it anyways, you know.
And then put a karate in it. Put some karate.
I want an exorcism.
Exorcism. I started dying. I said that dude's like, oh my god, this guy's insane.
Wesley Snipes was dope, and he said, "Who's this motherfucker? This one thinks he knows kung fu. Fucking gets every bitch. Who is this fat motherfucker?" He's like a cokehead, yo. That shit was cool, yo. Good message. Not the funniest, but it's an enjoyable watch, yo. Okay, yeah, and I fuck with it, yo.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Cool. Glad you liked it. So I'll pick.
And two, my bad.
Go ahead.
The guy that directed this is doing Coming to America 2.
Okay, that one worries me.
Yeah, but if they did this, maybe it wasn't the funniest, but I think they're gonna go for straight funny, you know.
Okay.
So yeah, who knows? You can't touch that movie.
Yeah, it worries me.
But,
it's been like what, over 30 years since the first one came out. I'm like,
Did you see Eddie's Saturday Night Live? I thought he did good on that too.
Yeah, I saw a little bit.
I just saw the YouTube clips, but
yeah, me too.
I was like, oh, this is style. I think it just felt good to see him do all those old characters.
Yeah, he did a great monologue when he was bringing everybody.
That was
characters
funny.
That was great.
All the black dudes.
Yeah, and then who was then somebody tried to sneak in at the end. They're like, like, all right, cool. Yeah, it was Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle.
Chris Rock, Tim Meadows, was he there?
I don't remember Tim Meadows.
Tracy Morgan.
Right. It was those three. And then and my favorite part when fucking Dave lights up a cigarette, he's like, "You can smoke on here?" He's like, "No, you can't." He's just like, "Yeah, Dave." Yeah. So okay. So I think 14 for me might be. I think it might be Shazam.
Mine too. That's funny.
Let's say Shazam.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw that together. We did a review on that. You can go back in the channel and check it out.
See it. Yeah. So I think that was kind of a surprise for me. Surprise hit for me.
It was good. Good DC. Good movie. Funny. Good fucking villain. Pretty decent villain. Yeah, I shouldn't say ill villain, but he was cool.
Yeah,
I liked the whole lore. I had like that fucking temple that he was in, and then the demons talking to him and shit. That shit was cool, yo.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that was. And I think a lot of people enjoyed that movie because it was different. You know, it was. And I was kind of wondering how they were going to fit all that in together, especially with the kid and his whole persona, and then the way they kind of melded it together. And like him being an orphan and all that, I was like, oh, that's kind of a cool twist on that. It wasn't just like some, kid just or just like an average kid. They actually kind of gave it an entire new angle. Yeah. Or it was like, it's like, oh, okay, so more of an underprivileged kid who kind of had to come up and be his own person,
Yeah,
like a self-made kid,
Yeah.
And had to, and not just fight off bullies, but had to, his own kind of personal demons, at the same time dealing with what happened with his mom and his parents.
Yeah, that was some real shit, and the way his mom was all fucked up and shit, and then but they're finding family too, and that family is important.
Right,
pretty tight.
Yeah, it was great, and then I was really surprised how they brought in all the kids became like his partners.
Oh yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
No, me neither. Because I know that I realized that's obviously part of the comic books. He has his own little team at some point. Yeah. I was like, oh, they brought him in this early.
Yeah.
So I think I hope they do make a sequel to this one. I hope they do because it would be nice to see them progress this story with this character, and I think they could do. Especially it would be interesting to see how, as this kid ages, he kind of catches up with his body in a sense, and see how his perspective changes on things.
Oh yeah.
It's like, will he become more optimistic, or will he become more jaded when he gets older, knowing that people kind of suck. It's like everybody kind of sucks. It's like when you're a kid, you kind of you got a lot of more hope, and you're not really so cynical towards everybody, Yeah. So when he gets a little older, it's like, fuck, man, he kind of like Peter Parker kind of problems, It's like now he's like Superman with Peter Parker problems. Oh, yeah. So how is he gonna deal with that?
And how did they do that? He's always a kid, right?
In the comics,
yeah, he stays a kid.
Yeah, he doesn't really age in the comics. He's always. So
they better knock these motherfuckers out while that fool's still looking like that.
Yeah,
that motherfucker's not gonna look like that. He's not gonna look like that now, though.
Right, yeah, but I think they kind of covered their bases with bringing all the other people in because they could kind of still tell the same kind of stories with their characters because they still have like little kids that are grown up and that are in Shazam.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I think they kind of covered a lot by keeping those people in. So they kind of cheated. They kind of cheated, but in a smart way. It was a smart cheat. All right. What else we got now?
We on 13.
Did I am in 13? Okay, 13.
Let's see.
13. What do you got, sir? You got something on deck or?
Alita.
Battle Angel.
Yes.
Man, I can't believe that came out this year. Jeez.
That was like the beginning of the year. So was Us, right?
Yeah, it was like February.
Yeah.
February. Okay, so
But
Alita Battle
it was
Angel.
slept on. I think it was tight, yo, and it was a little corny, but it was tight.
A little bit, but I mean that's kind of Robert Rodriguez's style.
And
he could be
anime,
he puts a little.
But anime's corny, kind of like that.
Yeah, it can.
Well,
yeah, because it's out there and it's fucking large and it's just and it's explosive and it's overdrawn and everything's like overly dramatic.
But
So
the world was tight.
Yeah,
the world was tight.
Yeah.
The creatures or the cyborgs were fucking crazy looking.
Yeah. I give it up to the way they put that all together. They created that whole universe and a whole world. Like I was like really into it. The only part that bugs me, it still bugs me to this day, is the beginning of the race scene. When they're all standing at the fucking starting line, and she's like right in the middle of all these monsters. I'm like, just stomp on her now. Why are we waiting? It's like we gotta have this awesome race.
Yeah, the race.
Okay, all right, fine. It was a great race. So
it was
worth it just for that one part. But other than that, everything was really fucking cool.
Yeah,
everything was fucking dope. Even homeboy with the transporter. Homeboy, well, he used to be the transporter. He had that Aztec calendar on his back. He was
who, the British dude?
Yeah.
With the mohawk.
Yeah.
He was tight.
That was fucking bad. That was like fucking cool the way he did that.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh shit, that was dope.
Yeah, that was sick.
And Alita looks trippy too because it's like sometimes like it's really weird watching. I don't know if it's just a credit to the special effects or what, but like looking at her, it's like sometimes it was like, is that the real person or is that the fucking CGI part? It was like. It just looked that was like the most like jaw dropping part for me. The probably most impressive part of like the whole movie, just the way that it looked. And despite that, I know they just took it from anime, but the way they constructed everything together, it really worked. It really worked, and I enjoyed watching the whole movie.
Yeah, you liked it then?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I definitely.
Where you put it?
I'll put it like 13. Sure.
Yeah.
I was gonna put it at some point, but it's like 13's fine. I think that's a fair assessment.
It was dope, man. It was dope, and I think they're trying to fight. I think the fans are trying to fight for another one.
They're not gonna. I mean, they set up another.
They set it up, but then they were saying it didn't do good enough, and now the fans are like, "No, we need that shit, yo."
Okay.
Because man, if you go to part 2, it could just even be better, yo, if they do it right. Because they just barely made the world, they're barely introducing us to the world, then they be deep in the world, and then they didn't even get up to the fucking Overseer's land, yo, or whatever it was called, yo.
They were going up there, and then they got stopped.
Yeah. But
now the Overseer is paying attention.
And that was Ed Norton, so you know he's got to have a part, yo. He didn't even talk, really.
Yeah. No, he didn't have anything.
Yeah.
So, I think they're... Hopefully they will. Hopefully they'll go and they'll
bring that shit out.
It's like, and I think that, I mean, they don't do it any favors by releasing it in a freaking February, you know what I mean? It's like, no one's going to the movie. Even when I went to go see it, it was maybe like second week it was out. There was like nobody in the theater. I was like me and 3 other people. It's like, you're not doing this movie any favors. You're spending money on it. I know Robert Rodriguez knows how to cut a budget to a T, but it's like you got to give him a little bit more legs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know how much money he made, but hopefully it was enough for them to like justify another one.
That fool hasn't made like real garbage, dog. Like that fool's always puts out some at least decent shit.
Yeah. One way or the other, and it's like if you want something that's a little new and original, I mean that's the guy you go to, I think.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna come out with some wild stuff. He's like kind of like what's his name, and kind of like Guillermo del Toro a little bit. He's got that wild imagination and knows how to just make things work. And he's got a practical way of doing it.
He's a grimier version.
Super. Yeah, he's grimy version. That's a good way of putting it. He's the grimy version of Guillermo. Both Latinos.
Yeah.
All right, cool. 13. All right, I like that. 13. Alita. 12. What you doing?
We're going with Crawl.
Crawl?
Motherfucking Gator movie.
I didn't see it. Oh, I heard about that. I didn't see it. How
was that? Fire, B.
Really?
Yeah, it was dope, bro. Good ass Gator movie. You like Gator movies?
I like Lake
features.
I like Lake Placid.
Yeah.
Lake Placid was good.
If you like that, you'll fuck with this. It was a bunch of gators. They're stuck underneath the house, and then the gators are under the house. It attacked her pops. I won't go too deep, but
okay, all right.
And then she goes to check on them in a hurricane, so the whole fucking city is getting flooded. So it's Gatorland. And
what city is this? Do you remember?
it was Florida, I think.
It's Florida. Oh yeah, Florida. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, she goes to try to see her pops. Her pops is all fucked up under the house. So she has to drag this motherfucker while the gators stalking both of them. There was like 3 gators under the basement,
Whoa.
and they're stuck in there, and they're just trying to get their way out. Motherfuckers come, get grubbed. It's the shit, bloody. It's fucking. It was a good creature feature. Yo.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, you'll like it. Yo.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good suggestion. I'll have to pick it out. You put it pretty high, so it must have been pretty decent.
Yeah, I liked it. Yo. It was good. And the director, I forget, he's done some good shit. Yo.
Oh, so you've seen stuff from him before?
Yeah, I forget. I'm trying to think of what he's done. Click his IMDb. Yo. Let's see.
Alexandra Aja.
Oh, he did High Tension. Yo, you remember that movie?
Yeah,
That French flick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he did Hills
He
Have Eyes.
did Piranha 3D. Oh, he did Hills Have Eyes. Oh, he's an evil bastard.
Yeah, he's dope. Yo.
Horns. I haven't seen Horns, but I wanted to see that.
Yeah, I did want to see that. I haven't seen that shit either. But High Tension is a fucking like cult classic, and Hills Have Eyes too is probably better than the original.
Yeah, that Hills Have Eyes fucking.
The remake.
That's a blowout. Yeah, the remake. Yeah, it's a blowout.
It's a fucking hard ass movie, yo.
Piranha 3D. Like people couldn't stop talking about that one.
I like that shit. I like both of them, but 3D. That first one is better, but it's tight. Just try cheese, yo. And he kind of mixes that, yeah, Piranha and fucking all of his movies into that shit. It's pretty tight.
All right. Okay, all right and okay.
What you got for, what is that?
I'll put
12.
I should have put that lower, but I'll put it at 12. Captain Marvel.
Oh no, you gotta put that up. That you going back, yo. That's fucking 20 negative 27. Come on, B. No, that ain't no good.
No, I'm just kidding. I'll put Glass at 12.
Oh, that one too. Oh fuck.
You didn't like?
Nah,
you didn't like it?
I didn't even see it.
You didn't see it? Oh, okay.
Man, I can't even front. But I heard it was kind of slow, boring a little bit.
No, not to me.
No,
not to me.
No?
I mean, as far as like, especially
that's one I did want to see.
M. Night's movies, yeah. Can they get slow? Can they become a grind? This one was not. This one was not as grind out.
But not as good as Split. Split was dope.
Yeah, it's a couple steps below Split.
Okay.
But I'm just glad that they like. Somehow, I don't know. See, I think the fucking magic that he did is that he managed, and I didn't know this until after I saw the movie, is that he, and it's like, this is all the background shit about it, but he was able to manage to talk to both studios and get them to agree to let them put all these characters in, because Split was from another studio, Unbreakable was from another studio, and he was like, come on. He just basically went to them, and I don't know how he sold it, but he managed to make them fucking put it together. It's like, in a world where fucking Disney can't even get Spider-Man into their MCU whenever they feel like it, he was managed to go to 2 big studios and say, like, look, I need these characters to be in my movie. And they're like, okay, fuck it.
Yeah, well, they're like, yeah, fuck it, yo. This ain't fucking Spider-Man. Yo.
Yeah, it's not. But what happens if it turned into something like that?
Yeah.
They could have been both like, oh shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, there is precedent for that. I mean, where studios have regretted not taking the opportunity to, capitalize on something that got presented to them, and they said like, oh, it's going to be trash, and then it blew up and became Star Wars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he managed to do it, and it's like he managed to get cut through the corporate greed and managed to make it work, and I think that's kind of like huge on his part. So I liked the movie because it brought it together. Did he do some funky shit at the end and a lot of people didn't like? Yeah, sure, but I kind of dug it. I was like, oh, okay, because he was able to the way he was ended it, he was able to like end it. But if he wanted to, he could really move on to and do something else with it into the movie without the other characters, if he wants to.
Okay.
But it sounds like he's not going to do that.
Yeah, I think he got his trilogy knocked out. That wasn't probably even supposed to happen.
No, it wasn't. No, and it didn't feel like it was going to happen. It didn't feel like he was going to do that. But it felt like he just had this idea. Then he made Split, and everybody went, "Oh shit!" He's like, "Fuck, this is the promise. This is kind of movies that we were hoping this guy was going to make."
Yeah, he fell off for a while, yo.
Yeah, because I don't know why.
If Split didn't pop, he was done, dog.
Yeah, nobody was going to give him a pass anymore.
I fucked with that one he did with the kids though. What was it called?
kids.
Remember that? Where the grandmas? We went to the grandma's house.
The Visit.
The Visit.
Yeah.
I like that shit.
Yeah, everybody I saw that saw that movie when it was like kind of like found footage-y.
Yeah.
Like everybody's like, found footage type shit, really. And it's like, but everybody that I spoke to that saw it said they dug it.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was weird. It was funny. It was fucking scary at the same time. Yeah. It was like freaky shit. But everybody fucking said they dug it. Even I was like, I'm definitely part of that. I was like, oh, that was fucking cool.
That made me like, all right, he might be able to bring this shit back. You know?
And to me, that wasn't really like, that didn't feel like his type of movie. You know, I felt like he kind of
had a twist.
A little. It did have, sure, but it's like it did. But like overall, it didn't feel like his type of movie. It wasn't like too slow. Wasn't too like too drug out. Because like most of his movies are just like that. They're just, I mean, that's when you go see like M. Night or a fucking Tarantino movie. You just gotta expect like it's gonna drag at some point. So if you're not really in the mood for that, it's not gonna work. So 12 and 11.
So you put Captain Marvel in your top 20 though?
Only because I don't know if I can. Right now, I'm kind of like, I don't know where else to put her.
Just roll with me, son.
Because I'm like, I missed a lot of movies, unfortunately, that I wanted to see.
Yeah, my list is...
Like The Lighthouse, I wanted to see.
I wanted to see that.
I didn't get to see that.
I wanted to see Rambo. I didn't see Rambo.
I wanted to see Rambo. Didn't get to see Rambo. Oh. Okay, I'm going to put this one up here. And since we're on the 11th right now, on the cusp of the top 10, it's going to start getting crowded. I'm going to say Good Boys.
Okay, I saw some of it. I haven't finished it though.
Oh my god, yeah. I saw it twice. I've seen it 3 times now. I saw it twice in the theater. Fucking made me laugh every time. When the first time I went to go see it, it was in a packed theater. Some people brought their kids. I don't think that, little kids. I'm talking like 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grade.
And they stood it out?
And
they stood through the whole
they stood it out. And I'm just like,
salute to you scumbag parents. I've been there a couple times. We didn't know what we were getting into, but we made motherfucker.
I think that's why we need more Red Band trailers, so people know what they're getting into. But
those type motherfuckers don't watch no trailers. Oh, Good Boys, you'll like that. Has kids in it. Let's take these motherfuckers, huh?
Oh, God. But oh my god, I love that movie. I saw it twice and fucking. So anyway, the first time I went to go see it, packed theater, every seat is full, kids and shit. I can't remember. I think maybe the last time I've been in a movie theater where everybody fucking laughed out loud at the same fucking time. Every fucking joke might have been Hangover.
Oh yeah.
Maybe Hangover 2 might have been the first time. Like maybe the last time I remember everybody laughing at every fucking joke.
Yeah.
Everybody fucking laughed at the fucking joke, dude. I was like, oh, this is fucking great because everybody's fucking dying the whole fucking movie. I was like, oh, this is like, I love this fucking movie. So I saw it twice. I had to. It was great.
Yeah, what I've seen of it, I like. It was pretty good, and I was kind of like hating. I was like, I don't like these little kids talking like this and shit.
But yeah, when you and me were kids, we fucking cuss like sailors too.
This is my conspiracy brain. Like, why are they doing these little kids and shit? But it wasn't as.
Hey, in 4th grade, I was cussing like a sailor. Right?
Back then, you were cussing like for no reason. That's the fucking stapler, you bitch ass motherfucker. Everything was half a bad word. Yeah, I remember
fucking
that shit.
bitch.
Fuck you.
My fucking ball back.
Flipping off the teacher. Fucking. Their back turned and shit. Yeah.
Oh man, it was
little bad motherfuckers.
Well, how far did you get into the movie? You remember last?
I probably watched a quarter of it.
Okay, it gets gritty. It gets gritty, but it's and there's some really funny parts in it.
Yeah,
I loved it. Okay.
My 11.
What do you got? 11.
Child's Play.
Really, 11?
Yeah.
I didn't get to see that. Was that?
I know you're surprised, right? That's surprised.
I was surprised because you're a fucking Child's Play fucking purist. And
I shouldn't like this shit.
You shouldn't like this shit. Like this shit. From everything I've heard, you should not like this.
He looks whack, but then after a while, you're like, oh, this one looks funny as fuck. He's not Chucky. He's not OG Chucky. Can't ever take away that, Doesn't have the real Chuck voice, that New York, Brooklyn dude, But what they did with it, I fuck with it, I don't know if it should be this high on the list, but it was cool. It was funny. I like how they incorporated the new technology because he's like he's
on an app and shit.
He's like an Apple product, yeah.
And he's connected to
He's connected to everything.
And I thought when I saw
drones, fucking
and I thought
TVs,
I thought that was a smart move.
That was tight
because there was a big giant in the theater by my house right here. There was a big giant promotional thing, where you could stand in it. It looks like you're a part of the Chucky doll and shit inside the box.
Oh yeah.
And so when but they show it on the side of the box. They read what he could fucking do.
Oh.
And I'm like, this is gonna be fucking bad. And this fucking thing can connect to the internet and control drones and all this other crap, dude. He's gonna go nuts.
You were not that big of Chucky to go see him?
No, I thought because to me. The scary part, because I'm like, this doesn't seem scary enough to me.
It wasn't that scary.
Yeah, exactly. See, that was the problem thing. I was like, that's why I liked the first one.
First one is like a real horror movie.
Yeah, because, I mean, the thing that fucking scared the shit out of me.
And then the voodoo thing was
yes, that voodoo weird shit. Yeah, see, that was the thing that, I'm like, I know they're not going to do that shit. Because I was like, that was the thing that...
I like that, though, yeah.
Yeah, because that thing that's fucking scared me when he's out doing the fucking... I'm like, that's some creepy ass shit.
Yeah, when he's over Andy and a little motherfucker, he's just
he's like fucking talking backwards and crap. I'm like, that was the thing that was always fucking with me. I'm just like... Ever since I saw that damn movie, I was like, that's what stuck in my head when I was a kid. I was like, he's about to stab him and shit, sacrifice his body and everything. I'm like, that's some evil crap.
Yeah, no, it's
especially seeing that little fucking doll do it. I was like, okay, that's the shit that fucked with me. So I was like, they're not gonna do it on this.
Oh yeah.
So that was the kind of thing I felt that they're not gonna do that. Why do I give a shit?
No, but it's a fun time, dog. It's just hey, you're gonna go have a good time with it, yo. There's some funny shit in there, some good kills in there too. But yeah, it's not touching the OG one, and it's not even touching 3 or Bride of Chucky, you know. But it's up there. It's one of the better ones, yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, how many did they make? What? They make 4?
No, there's 7 now.
7?
I think so.
Holy shit!
Well, up to Seed, that's 5, and then he did 2 more, so yeah, there's 7. Well, this is 8. The remake is 8.
Fucking god!
Yeah.
Damn.
So.
I had no idea.
Not bad. I say go fuck with it if you fucking just want to go have a fun good time. If you fuck with horror and some good kills and Chucky wildin'. It's dope, man. Yeah. I don't know if it should be that high, but I liked it.
Okay, cool.
Top 10?
Are we on top 10? Well, let me.
Do you got one for 11?
I will say Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, see, I haven't seen that, yo. I wanted to see that.
It was great. I mean, I tell everybody, and I say this as honest truth is that don't go to expect to see a fucking gritty biopic of what Queen and what they did back in the day. It's more of a tribute to the band and their music.
That's what I heard.
More than anything.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
But it's fun. It's fun watching it. And it's fun watching this dude come up and
create the songs.
He created the songs. And, not just create the songs, but he was an outcast. He was an outsider. He wasn't, he wasn't a white dude. He was from India.
Yeah.
He was from India. So he was always kind of, they all kind of spit on those guys because he was basically a minority.
Yeah.
So he had, a lot of stuff that he had to fight on, but a lot of the stuff that they do in this movie isn't true to any of the biographies and shit people may have read. So you can't go in with that mindset. You got to kind of with a blank slate, just I don't know who Queen is, I don't know their music, but just kind of watch.
Should they go hard with their drug use and shit?
No, not even close.
No.
Not even close.
See, that's what I want to see, though. Yo.
And that's from what I understand, that's what they were trying to do. But then the studios and stuff got involved and they saying, let's clean it up. They wanted to make it a broader market, and that's when Sacha Baron Cohen bowed out because he was supposed to be Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, and he probably would have killed it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. I have no doubt.
I think the other dude did, what I've seen, he looks like he did all right.
He did great. Yeah. He did great. Oscar winning? Sure.
Oh, yeah.
I got no problem with that. Give him a fucking award. Give him all the fucking awards. He was fucking fantastic.
That was this year?
Yeah. Yeah, he was fucking fantastic. I'd give fucking, what's his name? Rami Malek. Fucking crazy eyes.
You guys played Freddie Mercury with that overbite though. Overbite wasn't that bad, B. You gave that motherfucker, fucking some choppers, yo. That boy looking like a bottle opener.
Yeah. See, you know what? I think they did that on purpose to make it, because they do address that in the movie.
Because I bet it was something back then, but they probably just so to pronounce it more in the movie, you know.
Yeah, and if you don't see his overbite that big unless you get close ups like real tight on his face. Like if you see like music videos with Freddie Mercury, you don't notice it until you get like really tight on his face. And then you see like, oh yeah, he does a bit of an overbite. Yeah. But they say they use that. He said the reason that he has an overbite and makes his voice sound bigger because he gives him more range. So I'm like, oh okay, I don't know if that's true or not, but fuck, okay, cool, whatever. They addressed that. That's why he never got braces, I guess. And there's certain things that do and fall in line with that. But the music is great. The way they put it all together was fucking awesome. Visually, it was cool, and it was good. It was good. Like I'd recommend it for sure. All right, now
I'm mad at that, kid.
So top 10. We ready to go in the top 10? Bang bang bang. What up? What up? What you got?
Right, 10 coming in. Evil Superman. Brightburn.
Yeah. Really? Yeah. I didn't get to see it.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
I wanted to see it, but I don't know what happened. I wanted to see it so bad.
Oh, man. I'm surprised you would see that shit.
I'll make it up.
You're the one I thought you would be on that. Really?
I was on over when I saw the previews. I was just like my eyes were glued to that. I saw that preview like fucking 7 times.
Cool. He gets busy.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. The kid killed it. Good kid actor. You know that's hard to see sometimes, but he did pretty good. Fucking was it a James Gunn script or his brother's script? His brother directed or some shit.
Let's verify.
But
I know James Gunn's involved in it. Right?
Cool story. He was fucked up, and it could have some sequels if they want to do it, and it's all evil DC characters if they want to do it.
Okay, so Brian Gunn and Mark Gunn.
They wrote it.
Are the ones that wrote it?
All right, those are his brothers and cousin.
Yeah,
cousin. Okay, well, I think he just produced it. James Gunn probably just financed him.
No, it was his idea.
Oh, was it?
Supposedly, that's what I remember hearing. Because DC was like, "Hey, what else can you do for us? Well, we got you on deck."
Oh, okay.
Because when they took him from Marvel.
But yeah, it was dope, yo. It's fucking. Yeah, if Superman was a fucking villain, our world is done, yo. We're fucking finished, yo. And he was just a kid learning his joints, yo.
That's fucking
and you could see, yo, like Spider-Man's uncle said, right? With great power, man, if you're fucking 12 years old with that power, you're probably gonna turn into a villain, yo.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah. Who's gonna stop you from being a fuck ass bitch? Your mom's gonna say, "Hey, calm down." Like, what, motherfucker? Nah, dog. Oh, you need to see this, dog. You're gonna bug out, and you'll be like, "Yeah, that shit was fly, yo."
And and that's a comic book too.
Yeah, and Ma Dukes.
And it's like, goes to show, just because you fucking raised on a farm don't mean you can be a good guy. No. You became an evil bastard too.
But what's real is Ma Dukes always held him down. Fool just kept fucking up, and Ma Dukes held him down, and that's what Ma does, yo. That's tight.
They sold that as a poster, like she was always the protector, and it was like, sometimes you got to realize that your seed is fucking bad.
Corrupted Kryptonian.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But number 10. What you got for 10? B?
For 10, I like. I'm gonna say Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Okay, all right. Should I give you mine now? Where I have that at?
No, let's get to yours. Wait, what do you have it at?
I have it at 3.
Fuck, 3?
Yeah. I fuck with this movie. I'm a Tarantino star.
Let's talk about it. You can just say yours.
That's my 3. Yeah, that's my 3. Okay. 10, still top 10 movie with you even, so that's fucking, that right alone says it was dope.
Yeah, well, it's just like the last 10 gets packed. So, but 10 was, I had to say this one, because, I mean, again, it's a typical fucking Tarantino movie. It's long.
I rewatched
a lot of dialogue.
I rewatched half of it again, though, like on video.
Okay.
Because it's all in the movies. Watch half of it, and it's even more funny now. You know, watching it again, you're seeing the little things, and and Tarantino's little stupid jokes and shit. Like, fuck, man.
Don't cry in front of the Mexicans.
That's that right there.
I want a T-shirt like that, man.
And he's all wilding out. I didn't even notice it in the movie, but he's like, "Oh fuck that, man!" And then you see the Mexican get out of the car. Oh shit, that was tight. Huh? Was wilding in front of the Mexican. Brad Pitt gets in and he's like, "This bounce." So yeah, that was just funny.
Oh yeah, that was my favorite scene. Bruce Lee.
Who just sucks out. Who's was mad at that scene though, dog?
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Who was mad? That shit's funny though.
Hey, Brad Pitt gets down though.
Hey, Brad Pitt killed that movie, yo. He killed that role, yo.
If he retires now, he's like fucking king right there, right there. He's the fucking king of the fucking rule.
He was a G, yo, and you just fucking fucked with this dude. Like, this is a real ass dude right here, yo. He was a little bit. Gabriel was a little acting bitch, yo.
Yeah, no.
Crying all the time.
Yeah, he's spoiled.
Yeah,
he's spoiled fucking little kid, dude. He's had everything handed to him his whole entire adult life, and he just doesn't know how to deal with his fucking downfall.
And he kind of plays Brad Pitt like a sucker, but Brad Pitt's just so much of a G. Like, I can fuck you, I can do whatever. But he's like, go fix my antenna. Go do this.
Yeah.
And then Brad Pitt's kind of just like his gopher.
Yeah.
But that's his man.
But they're boys. They're boys. He's like, so he doesn't mind it. He's just like, yeah, fuck, this is what I get paid for.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
And he's like, but that fucking Bruce Lee scene. I love how because he's like, first of all, you're talking shit to Bruce Lee. He's like basically supposed to be like #1 movie star, like the top, like probably like 6 or 7 movie stars in the world at that time.
Yeah.
It's like, and he's just like, fuck you.
He's like, you gotta fuck with Ali.
Yeah, he's like, you gotta fuck with Ali. And then Bruce Lee's making excuses like, oh, if I hit you, I'll go to jail. I'm like, motherfucker, you hit anybody, you go to jail. That was funny, dude. I was like, oh, that killed me. He's like, even though technically what it really is like he can't claim self-defense ever. That's what it really comes down to.
Yeah.
It's like because you know what you're doing with your hands. You can fuck somebody up. Joe Rogan, same shit. He has to fucking register his hands. He can't claim self-defense ever. He can subdue somebody, but if he fucking hits somebody hard enough and kills him, he's going to jail. Boom, done. Self-defense is out the window. And that's why, that's kind of what they kind of gloss over that point, but it makes it fucking funny as hell. It's because he's like, well then let's go. It's like fucking Muhammad Ali fucks you up. You're done. He's like fucking last one. He's like, well, I didn't say anything funny. He's like, fool.
That's when he's like, whoa.
I like how he kind of fucking belittles him. He's like, keeps calling him Kato.
Oh yeah.
He's like, all right, Kato. I'm like, oh, you're fucking calling him Kato. You're calling him Kato for fucking Green Hornet. You fucking ass. He's just like, you just want to fucking fight this dude. Like, you don't give a shit. And then the homeboy, when he's like getting ready to fight him, he's like, hey, I don't know if you want to fuck with him. That guy killed his wife.
On the old school, I was just thinking that was like killed his fucking wife, bro. Yeah. He's like, and then they show the scene when he's on the boat with his wife.
Yeah.
She's like, what? I want to fight right now, and he's just pointing the gun at her, and then it cuts off.
He goes blank.
He's kind of like, and they don't even address it. Like, did he kill her? Didn't he?
Yeah,
he probably did.
Yeah, all she knows she's dead. He's still here. Never came back. Dude, that was so fucking killer. I was like, wow. That whole movie was fucking great. And then like
Tarantino's a master, man.
Yeah.
It's a fucking master.
He's got one more movie left in him, right?
One of our best, and we're gonna lose him after one more. That's kind of whack.
Supposedly, we'll see.
Come on, man. Scorsese's making a movie at 86 years old, kid.
This cat's never gonna stop. They all say they're gonna stop. They never stop.
No, I was thinking he's gonna do.
They're like the Rolling Stones, man.
Yeah. He's gotta keep going. He's a fucking legend, dude. But I think he's gonna
never stop.
What I think he's gonna do is go to like TV series because he said he's gonna release a 4-hour cut of this movie. So that could be a whole TV show right there.
Yeah, he's
long-winded, dude.
Yeah, I wouldn't see that. Yeah. I wouldn't mind. I could see that. I could see him doing some shit like that.
So he could do like an 8-part series and do like just go buck wild, yo.
Yeah,
and that's tight. I'm down with that too.
They wouldn't have to worry about any kind of restrictions.
Yeah, Netflix will just be like, here, whatever. Well, how much you want? Here you go.
Yeah, Tarantino will attach to this fucking TV show.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, free range,
so
baby.
You had him at 3, but we'll get back to them at 3.
And that was your 10?
That was my 10, sir.
What was my 10? I say Brightburn.
You had Brightburn. 9.
9. Let's see. Spider-Man.
Okay, Spider-Man.
Far
I'm with
From
you on
Home.
that. I'm with you on that. Spider-Man, Far From Home.
Not the best. Not bad though either. A cool little wrap up after Endgame. Mysterio was pretty tight.
That scene that battle at the end when Mysterio's just fucking going at it with him.
Yeah.
That's like everything I've ever seen on fucking TV, fucking comic books with fucking Mysterio just fucking with people's heads. I was just like, I'm like, are they gonna be able to pull this shit off? And
that was
fucking,
tight.
I was like, damn. I was like, god damn. They fucking made it fucking look just like the fucking everything I've ever seen on Mysterio. Making him fuck with your head. Bringing out zombie fucking Iron Man. just effing with Spider-Man. Putting him in a fucking globe. Making it globe his head.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Jesus. Like a fucking bad acid trip.
Yeah.
It's so fucking cool.
No, that shit was fucking stupid, yo. Nah, that was dope, yo.
Yeah. And I was like, when you see that, you just realize, like, oh, why Mysterio is such a fucking, such a pain in the ass for so many superheroes. Because he becomes that. I mean, if you haven't read Old Man Logan, he's the reason why Old Man Logan's a fucking loner now. He tricked Logan, Wolverine, into killing all the X-Men. It's like, now you can see, like, how he was managed to do that. Because he's fucking that fucking brilliant.
Damn.
He knows how to fuck with people's heads. So when you see him do all that, it's like, damn, you don't even know. People are still questioning if he's actually dead. It's like, we don't even know what to trust anymore. We can't even trust our own eyes when you see this dude doing this thing.
Yeah.
And he still wins at the end, pretty much. He sets Spider-Man up and is like, you're fucking screwed.
Oh, yeah. Damn. That was a Spider-Man. That was the most Spider-Man moment I've seen. Him getting fucked at the end. You know?
Super fucked.
Yeah.
Super fucked. Not just unmasked, but
real name.
But now you're looking like the guy who fucking murdered the superhero that just saved everybody's ass.
Yeah.
When there's no Iron Man, Iron Man's gone. Everybody was starting to gravitate to this guy as the next Iron Man. Even you, as Spider-Man, gave him the reins as the next Iron Man.
I didn't like that. I was like, why? That was too fast to give him the thing. You're not gonna go give that to Black Panther or any of these other motherfuckers you fought a fucking galactical battle with. You're gonna give it to this dude you just met.
It's a good point, but I think, but because like
plot device,
maybe a little plot device, but I felt I bought into it only because it's like he was so close to him right there, and he kind of like fucking patted him on the shoulder and fucking became his boy, and he's like, and Spider-Man's like, I don't want to do this shit. It's like, I know I can do it, but it's like, I don't want to do it.
No, I get that.
I want to fucking still be a fucking high school kid.
Let me go chop it up with the Avengers. I'm an Avenger. Let me go talk with my people. They're going to be like, who is this fool?
Yeah. It's like, yeah, what are you doing?
But he's a kid. So,
yeah, no, so you got to kind of like he's just making snap decisions. Like, I don't want to fucking do this shit. I think this guy could be the next Iron Man because he's got all the fucking skill sets.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was fucking cool, man. And even they brought back some of the old guys from the first Iron Man. It's like, oh, so he had a whole team. It's not just him. He had a whole bunch of other guys that were pissed off.
That was cool, yeah. And they showed all those flashbacks, like, oh yeah, damn. Tony did fuck around.
It's like, hey, man, but that's what happens when you're
when you're Steve Jobs or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you got a lot of shit going on. Then you're trying to fucking battle fucking monsters and space aliens and Thanos. It's like things are gonna get fucking slapped by the wayside, and people are gonna get kind of screwed over without you knowing. And now that's what happened. And then all these people are like, fuck you. We're taking everything from your ass. And so, yeah, okay, that's cool. I'm with you on that on 9.
All right, yeah.
Oh, wait. J.K. Simmons coming back. That's a crazy fucking...
That's funny. He's the only one they bring back because that motherfucker looks like they just pulled him out the comic.
Yeah. You can't fuck with that. I mean, it's like no one was ever going to be able to say who else could play him.
Yeah.
No one was going to be. And I dug how they just fucking made him like part of his own little podcast and shit. Fucking smack. And he was like just as loud as obnoxious as ever. I was like, oh, that was great. When I saw that, I was like, no. I fucking like leaned forward in my seat, like, no fucking way.
That fool.
I fucking died.
That fool was a dope ass actor.
Oh yeah.
Fucking.
Did you ever see Whiplash?
Yeah. Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Well, I remember him Schillinger from Oz. Do you remember Oz?
Yes.
The fucking Nazi.
Yeah.
That fool was a villain, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets served up a couple times in that too.
Oh yeah, he does, yeah. But he was a cold-blooded motherfucker in that, yo.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in Whiplash, he was fucking.
Oh yeah.
He was a devil.
Yeah.
That guy was a devil.
Yeah.
He's like, I know we're gonna kind of fucking digress a little bit, but let's talk a little Whiplash. Whiplash, where he's it's like like in the very beginning when he's like trying to weed somebody out for fucking up, and he's like, okay, he's like, no. He keeps stopping everybody. He's like, no, who fucked up? Who fucked up?
And you haven't seen who fucked up.
Yeah,
you haven't seen him go there yet.
Yeah. And he's all like, and then he gets somebody to confess they fucked up and leave, and they didn't even fuck up. He's like, see, the problem is that he didn't know he fucked up, and that's why he's leaving. That's why I'm kicking his ass out. I'm like, Jesus, what a bastard. And then he used everything he fucking just talked to a homeboy in the hallway about and used it against him.
Oh yeah.
He was like, "Oh, your daddy left you, so you think you're fucking piece shit." I'm like, "Oh man, what a fucking cunt this guy is."
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, that fool's like, ah! That fool throws a book at him. Play at that, bitch.
He's like, oh yeah, what is he? He was throwing shit at him,
Yeah.
and he's all like, it's like, oh, that was the part I loved. He's all like, it's like, am I dragging? Or am I fucking, when he's speeding, something shit like that. Am I dragging? He's like, boom, he starts sending him with shit. He's like, am I dragging? He's like, he's always slapping him, right? He's slapping him. He's like, boom, am I dragging? He's like, it's like, oh, so you don't know the difference. And I'm like, wow, fucking monster. Oh my god, damn. But it's like, hey, he's like a crazy fucking basketball coach, just fucking going nuts on his fucking players. Like, hey, I expect the best. That's why you're here.
Yeah, like a football coach is like beating his offensive line just so they get tough and shit. Fuck out, bitch.
Yeah, and crazy enough, like I don't mean, I'm just only going to base this on what I saw in this TV show I saw on Sports Science. I don't know if you've ever seen that before, but it's they base all this crazy fucking data on what works and what doesn't work, and they did that with one of the basketball players for Bobby Knight versus Coach K, and you know Bobby Knight's fucking screaming at people all fucking day long, and they show like, hey, Bobby Knight has a better winning percentage. His players fucking have better free throw percentage, and it's like it's got something to say. It's like, well, that's kind of how you determine who's the fucking guy who's gonna step up to the challenge, and who the guys are gonna be like, fuck this shit, and walk out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and that's how that movie fucking goes. Yeah, it's like this fucking J.K. Simmons know how to fucking play a crazy motherfucker.
Test your heart, dude.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, I mean, it's like, and that's what it does. It's like you know, is your ego soft, fragile, or fucking somewhere in between where you're like, you know, I want to prove motherfucking wrong.
Yeah.
You can yell at me all day, but I'm like, watch, I'm gonna make this free throw. Fuck you. And that's what happens in Whiplash. He's like, fuck you. I'm coming back. I'm gonna drum my ass off and then fucking show you what's up. You try to set me up, fuck you, bitch. Fucking in your face. All right, so that was Spider-Man. We going on to that was 9 Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
So 8.
Baba Yaga. John Wick.
Oh, John Wick 3.
Yeah. Okay. Motherfucker, the boogeyman, yo. Baba Yaga,
that's
the
right,
boogeyman.
Baba Yaga.
Motherfucker, what a fucking display of stuntman isms, you know what I mean? Some of the illest fight scenes. That whole series is dope, but this one was just like ridiculous, dog. The bike scene, the final battle, the fucking. Who knew Capoeira would come back and still be a badass, right? You know what I'm talking about?
I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
You haven't seen it?
Nope.
Oh,
no, I didn't see it. I love it. I love John Wick.
You love John Wick. You're gonna love this.
Okay.
But you remember Bananawe?
Yes.
Yeah, he's the villain.
Right. Oh,
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Capoeira dude. And yeah, he comes out. He's a badass, yo. And they have a fucking epic battle. Dog. Some of the best action fucking series ever in the 2000s. Fucking great shit, yo. Yeah, that's one of the best actions of the 10s. Yeah.
Hey, Keanu fucking still does it, man.
And Keanu's the man, yo. That's Neo That's fucking Johnny Utah.
Bill.
Yeah.
Wait, is he Bill or Ted? I forget.
Yeah, he's Bill, I think. Yeah. Or who is he? I forget which one he is. But
I am an FBI.
I'm an FBI agent. Whoa. The smartest hacker ever. Whoa. But yeah, he kills it. That motherfucker's badass. Everybody fucks with Keanu, and that's a fucking modern day action classic.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you gotta see that joint. Guys. Yeah. Well, you got some good watches though coming, yo. Crawl, Chucky, and Wick. Watch those. That's a great fucking triple feature right there.
I will do that. Okay, so
what's yours?
I'll say It Chapter 2.
Okay, I haven't seen that, so
okay.
I gotta get on it.
I'll put It Chapter 2 at number 8.
Good as the first one?
Just a little bit behind it. Okay. Just if you're gonna just those two in a vacuum, yeah, just a little bit
better than the old one. Old one part.
Oh yeah, God. Oh yeah. Well. Oh yeah. By leaps and bounds. This one's way better.
Yeah.
The ending kind of like confused me. Then after I had to have a few people online explain it to me, I think it was like might have been Film Theory again. I think that I love watching that damn channel, but he kind of cleared it up for me. So to put it simply, the way they defeat it is just conquering their fears. But you got to kind of really pay attention because they set up in the beginning of what the fucking fear is that they need to conquer. But if you forget it, then you're like, it doesn't make sense. So I kind of forgot about what happened in the beginning in order what happens at the end. So it kind of ties in directly at the end what happens and why they couldn't get rid of this fucking entity before. It's about conquering your fears. That's what it's all about. Plain and simple.
The whole town is fucking psychotic.
Yeah, but this fucking guy, fucking Bill Skarsgård, oh my god, he's just...
Hey, Georgie!
Oh god, he's fucking...
Georgie!
He is disturbing as all hell, dude. I'm like, I don't know how you don't fucking play this character without it fucking up your head, too. But yeah, he does. He's a demon. He's a fucking demon. But it was overall it was fucking good. And you see, and they cover a lot of the shit. I mean, just like the book and some of the things in the original, they cover a lot of stuff. And it's like it gets brutal. It gets fucking brutal.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, you're watching like, oh shit, I can't believe they did that. Oh fuck, they did that too. It's like, oh fuck, they did. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big horror head. I don't know why I've missed this, but
because it's
long. I know it's long.
It's long, but it's worth it. It's like you get through it. It's like okay, worth it.
Yeah, I need to be. So on
that's
that.
my 8. So
all right.
So
I know it probably would have made my top 20 for sure.
Yeah, probably. So 7. You got something?
Irishman.
The Irishman, the 3.5 hour movie.
3:40, kid. Almost full.
Woo, shit.
But it's on Netflix, so you can pause, you can chill, take a shit, make something to eat, you know what I mean? Come back, watch 2 more hours, go do another shit. Nah, but fucking Scorsese, like I said, 86 years old or however the fuck old he is, still putting in dope ass art. Great fucking movie. Great performances, yo. Fucking Pacino killed it. Pesci kills it. De Niro's great. Fucking just a good fucking story. I mean, there's some iffy things. The CGI's a little funny. Fucking
the de-aging stuff.
Yeah, and seeing old man De Niro fuck dudes up, that's kind of weak. But put a stuntman in there. But other than that, the whole story, yeah, it's not Goodfellas, it's not Casino, but it's close. At least close to Casino, more than nothing such a Goodfellas.
See, I mean, so I haven't got a chance to watch it because it's long as shit.
Yeah.
But it's like, do you feel like a lot of people are saying that it's kind of like a combination between like Casino and Goodfellas?
Yeah,
it's like in the middle of that. Okay.
Yeah, I would treat it like a series. Do an hour a day.
Okay.
Boom, boom, boom. I mean, but you'll probably get wrapped up in it and you'll watch the whole joint. But it is long. It's long. I watched half one night, half the other night. And Yeah, it's dope. It's not. I thought it was gonna be boring, slow. Nah, it's good. There's a lot in there with Jimmy Hoffa and all that shit, and talking about Teamster shit. But Scorsese knows how to make a movie move.
And you got fucking Pacino in there too, right? Jesus.
And
you gotta come down here.
She's got a great ass.
Over the top. What was his name? What was that guy? Dick Tracy? What was he?
Oh yeah, who was he in that? I forget who it was. Yeah.
God damn it!
Yeah, that fool.
Big boy.
Yeah.
Big boy. Over the top, fucking big boy.
But yeah, a good addition to Scorsese's catalog, and that, like I said, that motherfucker's still putting in work at however old he is. Go peep it. Good gangster movie. We don't get those all the time no more. So it's good to see.
No, not in that kind of classic fucking way that he does it.
Yeah.
No, hell no.
So yeah, salute to Scorsese, one of my favorite directors of all time. So of course I'm gonna like that shit. I don't think he's done anything bad though. I don't think he's done anything bad. Tell me, like, even the shit that's probably on the bottom of his list is good still.
Nah, I'm gonna have a hard time thinking of anything that he did was bad.
Yeah, there ain't no bad. There ain't no bad.
As far as that he directed, no.
He's like a Tarantino. Like they're not. Some are higher than others, but they're all good.
Yeah, and he's gonna be. That's why everybody wants to fucking do this shit.
And he's getting nominated for awards right now. So, salute. Yeah, good joint. What you got for? Was that 7?
Oh, we were 7. Okay. What did I have? Sorry. Yeah. Did I have? Sorry, bear with me. Did I fucking go through my fucking top already?
Yeah, we're getting to the top 5, kid.
Jesus, 5 already. Okay.
I'm close. This year wasn't all that, B.
Nah.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Well, let's roll. Let's roll with the next one.
Let's go with the next one. Okay.
All right. So what I say? Irish.
7?
All right. Next 6. Ready or Not.
Ready or Not. Okay. Which one was that?
That was where she marries into a rich family, and they got rich off of like game board things back in the day. Like making I don't know, some type of fucking game board shit. And so she marries into the family, and then they have a game where you pick and you got to play a game the night you get married, and the game is hide and seek. And she hides, they seek, and the seeking is trying to murder her.
Oh, okay.
And so they're in a big mansion. They're in a big mansion, and it just gets buck wild, and it's fucking tight,
Oh, okay.
Whole lot of murder, pretty funny, and yeah, fuck with it. It was a good little action horror, grimy ass movie.
Okay. All right.
Number 6. Highly recommended, It's one that I fucked with a lot this year.
Okay. All right. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. This is another one you'll fuck with it, It's kind of like a surviving the game type shit, And I like those movies where you're getting hunted, or the person's getting hunted,
Right.
Run out there and we can fucking go look for you, And then, that motherfucker turns around, Running Man type shit,
Running Man, right. Wasn't Ice-T in like a movie like that?
That's what I said, Surviving the Game.
Was that Surviving the Game?
Yeah,
okay, I was having trouble with that one.
Yeah.
But he had dreadlocks.
Yeah, when he's a bum.
He was supposed to be homeless.
Yeah. And I like that movie.
Did you see that movie?
Yeah, that movie's tight. Rutger Hauer's in it. Who else is in it? Is it Forrest Whitaker? No, Rock. Rock is in that. Oh, not Rock. What's his name? Dude that played Rock. Charles Dunn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, he's in it?
Okay. Yeah. And Busey's in it. Like, that's tight. Not in Ready or Not, but
Busey's
surviving the game. Right?
Busey's a fucking maniac.
Yeah. What you got? You got something for 6?
6. I don't have anything for 6 either. Shit, I kind of got burnt to all my guys already.
Well, top 5 I know you got.
Yeah, I'm 5. Okay. Okay, let's just move on.
All right, let's go.
Oh, wrong.
Did you see Hobbs and Shaw?
5. No.
Okay.
How was it?
I haven't seen it. That's why I think that would have made my list. It looks just like some stupid action. It'd probably been lower on my list, but
yeah,
I fuck with that retarded shit.
Yeah, it's. I'm just like,
And especially for this year, because this year's kind of.
Yeah, Fast and Furious shit is just like, come on. Okay, so what do you got for 5?
All right, I know this ain't gonna be your 5. Well, maybe it will. Star Wars.
Okay. Yeah. Hey.
It was okay.
I'm not afraid to say it was just. Yeah, it was okay.
Wasn't bad. Wasn't great. It was good.
I mean, you know. Okay, so what?
Yeah, some good shit. It kept me entertained. It kept me entertained.
Okay.
Yeah, it kept me entertained.
What would you say was?
Didn't wrap it up.
Give me the first thing that comes in your mind that you think. Okay, that was like I dug about this movie. It was maybe a little different, maybe something you didn't expect.
Yeah. I don't know. It was cool. It kept the action steady. It kept everything pretty good, but it just kept the Star Wars formula. Like, all right, this is supposed to be some new shit. It's fucking Empire negative, you know. It's not as good as Empire, but it has those Empire elements, so that's probably what makes it good. And then the new CGI makes these epic battles, and there was some cool ass shit in there, yo. Like, there was some cool ass battles, and there was some cool things. But I don't know. It's just I don't know. I want something new from Star Wars, dog. We've done this already. We've seen this, and then you give us 3 of the same, yo. This is supposed to be the new trilogy, dog. 2020 shit, yo.
Yeah.
You know? Give me some new shit, yo.
Yeah, and I think that's what kind of messed it up for me too. Is a little bit like you were expecting to go a different direction, and that was the kind of thing I was worried about. Is that they were just gonna rehash that, and they're gonna bring in. And when they made the granddaughter Palpatine connection, I was a little disappointed that's the direction they went.
Ray, I'm your granddaddy. That doesn't hit the same as Luke. I'm your father.
No. It didn't. It felt flat.
Yeah. It felt like, flat.
I was like, okay. But the one thing I did appreciate more than anything was just the level of fucking darkness they went with it. I mean, it was so fucking dark. Like, I was basically squinting the whole fucking movie. I'm like, what is happening? I was like, it was like...
because Palpatine was pure CGI.
He was, yeah, pretty much. And then he was, but everything around him was just fucking, just felt like you were in the depths of fucking just darkness and hell.
All those demonic Siths.
Yeah. That was fucking cool.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, I wish you could have seen some of those fucking pop out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I heard some other fools say, like, what was that? They all had no faces? They should have showed some of these motherfuckers.
Yeah, no, it would have been cool. But it's like, I don't know. And then you would have to fucking explain who these fucking characters are. It's
well,
like,
I knew they were all Siths. They're all the ancient Siths, right?
Right,
That's what they're supposed to be, right?
There's a fucking lot of them.
Yeah. Like, you could have put Darth Maul, like, creeped out, yo. That would have been sick. Or fucking...
Or was that one guy with the one stripe down his fucking face? Yeah. That'd be fucking cool. But it's like, I guess they're maybe going to say.
Because they did that when she's hearing all the Jedi. You hear Yoda, you hear Mace Windu, you hear all these motherfuckers. You could do that with the Siths.
Yeah, you could have. But it's like, then who the hell are these guys? But it's like, it's the same thing. But I thought that was fucking crazy. That was kind of scary and shit. There was almost horror element kind of to it. Princess Leia dying. That was it.
Yeah, R.I.P. That was sad. I felt that, yo. Yeah, that was sad. That was, and they sent her off in a good way. I think, yo. They all gave her respect and. Yeah, Chewie, I felt you, Chewie. I was acting in the movie.
Chewie dropping those hands.
No, with these bitch ass motherfuckers.
Why?
Didn't make getting done, yo. She's crying.
Got served by Kylo Ren.
But yeah, I wanted more. I wanted more from this series. It wasn't a bad series, but it wasn't fucking come on, man. Star Wars is epic, dog. Star Wars. When we were kids, Star Wars is fucking epic.
Yeah.
But what I give this, my son loved it, and for me to go see a movie when we were playing Star Wars in Sandbox, and take my son to go see a Star Wars movie and him enjoy it, ain't nothing like that, baby.
Yeah.
That's just priceless, you know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, if he got love out of that, I think that's cool, and maybe it's gonna bring him in, just like Mando's bringing him in. I'm with it, baby.
And we'll talk about Mando.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
We rated, you know, we didn't do a review on it.
No, I couldn't do one on it because I was just like, I was just too fucking conflicted. I'll give it. I
gotta watch it a couple more times.
You want to give what out of 5 stars?
Yeah, we do 5.
5. I'll get 3.5.
3.5.
3.5. I think that's fair.
Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah.
3.5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, visually it was fucking dope. I mean, I love how they kind of do this crazy mix of like practical effects and vision in like CGI, so it doesn't feel like it's just all fake shit. So I'm glad they do that stuff.
Yeah.
So and that's what really keeps me interested in this shit. I'm like, yeah, I'll put my money into this because like you do more of this stuff, I'll fucking come see it. And then they brought back Luke for a minute. So there's some weird shit. There's still a lot of questions that still haven't been answered. So hopefully we'll get some answers. And I'm sure Disney will probably fucking put those in their next TV shows they put in. They'll probably tease those. Still don't know how the fuck that chick with the fucking big ass eyeballs got Luke's lightsaber, but not his hand.
Yeah, I know.
How the hell did that work out?
But I thought it was gonna be worse, really, than it was. I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was.
Yeah. Okay, you had low expectations.
So maybe that helped it reach this level.
Yeah, and to me it was I didn't know what to really expect. I really didn't. I mean, I was hoping they weren't going to do the Palpatine grandfather thing, but they did. And I was like, okay. But that's just me. The one thing I thought was going to be I didn't know what to, because they didn't show a lot in the previews, so you didn't see a whole lot.
Yeah.
So having to fucking deal with Carrie Fisher not being around anymore and still having to film around her, whatever parts they had left over, I'm sure that had been a pain in the ass. So I'm glad they fucking managed to do that. And I thought they did that well. What was the yeah, I think I overall it was fine. Even though they retconned a lot of shit out of The Last Jedi, they kind of just like Snoke was a weird clone. They were doing some weird shit with him.
Oh yeah.
Maybe Mandalorian will explain a little bit about what they were doing with that shit.
Oh yeah. You might be able to clean it up a little more.
Yeah. Tie some of the loose ends.
But these, come on, dog. Star Wars. Every single one of these motherfuckers, I should be wanting to go revisit. Just like I just wanted to watch Avengers, Infinity War. I've watched 20 million times, and Thor Ragnarok. Like, I should be wanting to see these Star Wars movies like that, dog. And that's just, I don't really want to go back to these. I will. Yeah, but maybe a couple years from now.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, and I'm fine with Force Awakens. I thought it was a good transitional movie, but
before Last Jedi, jaw-dropping dope shit, dog.
Yeah, and I think you need
to get this new crowd. This new crowd don't know shit about Star Wars, dog.
Yeah. And to me, that's where they kind of like messed up a little bit. Felt like they had an idea and they just kind of like fell off.
Guardians did a better Star Wars than Star Wars this trilogy.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
And he took from Star Wars. You can tell.
He took from Star Wars and Ice Pirates.
Yeah. Yeah. But he fucking knew, yo. He's like, this is what makes this shit great, yo. You know, the different worlds, different creatures, and all that shit. Mm-hmm. And just don't rehash the shit no more, dog. Give some motherfuckers that love this shit, like Favreau or whoever, some other dudes that love this material, but let them have free range, yo. Let them play with the sandbox, play with their characters, play with the worlds. Yeah, but let them do some weird shit.
Yeah, well, they're doing that with fucking Mandalorian.
Yeah. Endgame.
Force Endgame?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. All right. You gotta explain.
I'm an Infinity War over Endgame, and I know you are too.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm gonna give Infinity War over Endgame.
I mean, ain't no fun on that last fucking battle scene of Endgame is one of the greatest things in superhero history. But it dragged. I know they sent everybody off with Lil Bo and all that bullshit, but I need some fucking slap you in the face type shit. I mean, okay. It was cool. It's still number 4, yo. It's still fucking up there, and it's still a great movie. But it didn't punch me like Infinity War punched me. Infinity War, I think, was probably my top movie of that year. You know, this was cool. I'll watch it again. Yeah, there's great shit, and I really can't say the negative about it because there's not too much negative about it. It's just didn't like, this is the shit right here.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, I had that as my number 2. I had Endgame as my number 2.
Okay.
And just because I thought it was just a good way to wrap everything up, I have a send off for Tony Stark. Robert Downey, he's out for now, at least for the most part.
That I can see. That type of shit. That shit. I feel you, yo. The fucking Cap holding Thor's hammer.
Yeah.
Some epic shit, yo.
Oh my god. Oh, when that happened, I was like, cause see, I
guess Infinity War doesn't have that type of shit.
No,
it doesn't have that.
No, yeah.
I never heard people scream like that.
No.
Like when that fool that fool held that shit,
the
whole shit went up, yo. The whole theater went up.
Yeah, and I saw clips of that on like Instagram. People were like putting those up.
Yeah.
And it's like the whole fucking theater's just like, what the fuck's happening? Like you see that fucking Mjolnir fucking raising off the ground. People's like, what's happening? And then I was like, when it's like flying back and forth, hitting Thanos about 4 or 5 times in the face, and it's ends in Cap's hands. They're like, ah! I think like. Well, that's when like my theater fucking woke up because everybody was like, "Oh shit!" Yeah. Everybody fucking lost it. It was like, no fucking way. And he fucking wielded like a fucking chap. He's fucking spinning around, hitting him in the face. Yep. Fucking brings down a fucking thunder strike on him. He's like, just fucking lights up Thanos.
Yeah,
killing him. So I think that's why I added it too.
That's you too.
But you added Gen 4.
Yeah. It's up there, baby. It's still top 5, kid. Don't get it twisted. It's fucking the shit, yo. But
okay. So what'd you have at 3?
3 is Once Upon a Time.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Once Upon a Time. We talked about that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, and 2. What'd you have at 2?
Uncut Gems.
Oh, you saw it.
It was fucking dope.
Oh, fucking Adam Sandler. All right.
Yo, one of the best performances of last year.
Wow.
Sandler killed it. It's just a day in the life of a degenerate scumbag, and I fuck with that, yo. And it's fucking this fool just keeps fucking up, but you're just on the ride of this piece of shit's life, and it's fucking, and it feels real, yo, and it feels good, and or it feels fucked up, but it feels like you're in this fucking degenerate gambler's life. And all the bullshit he goes through. This fool's getting beat up, put in trunks, barely living on the skin of his teeth, and that fool kills it, yo. That fool kills it as that character. And the directing was awesome. The Safdie brothers, these fools is dope, yo. It's artistic, but it's grimy, and it's a fucking good ass movie, yo. It's a good dramatic thriller.
I heard it's intense.
Yeah, real intense. It's intense as a motherfucker.
And they fucking bring that shit up, like fucking like how intense it is. They should get everything's like just like you're riding with this dude, and it's just like, yo, he's gonna fuck up any minute.
All he does is fuck up, and that's tight, yo. And you're just like, but you're rooting for him, but he's a piece of shit, yo. He's like, why are you doing this, dog? But you're just fucking in the ride, yo. But
because he's kind of like everybody, you're hoping that he fucking turns it around and makes it.
Yeah, and he's always close to turning it around, and then he gets fucked, yo. But it's fucking, and that's why you feel for him. You're like, fuck, he's about to pull it out, yo. But like a guy like that shouldn't pull it out because he's just gonna keep fucking up.
Right.
But fucking good movie, bugged out ending.
Did you see it in theaters? Or
I saw it last week.
Oh, no fuck.
Yeah.
All right.
So maybe that's why it's high on my list, because just in my brain it's still in there. Just fucking, I keep thinking about this shit. I want to see it again. But Yeah, I fuck with it, yo.
Cool.
What you got for 2, dog?
2 was Endgame for me.
Oh, okay. All right.
Let me just fucking wrap that up.
All right, right here.
There you go. Number 1, 2019.
We got the same shit.
Yep. Neither we say more.
Come on. Best performance of the year. This motherfucking Joaquin, dog. Joaquin.
Okay, all right.
Walked all over that script. That fool smashed that shit, B. That fool smashed that shit.
The Joker.
You felt bad.
Or just Joker.
You felt for the Joker, but you knew he was a psycho motherfucker. The world broke this motherfucker.
Yeah.
I mean, he was broken already, but the world just fucking put him to where he needed to go.
Yeah. But wait. Okay. Yeah, the world doesn't help. But he makes fucking shitty decisions. He shouldn't fucking taken the gun from Homeboy. That's a one little gray area that I have a little problem with, because he fucking kills Homeboy with the gun.
You see what city he lived in? It was 80s Gotham.
Yeah, I know, I get it.
It was dirty. It's like those little bastards taking sides.
But he shouldn't have taken it to the fucking kids. Fucking
he's a psychopath. He's a sociopath. Yeah, he's a fucking weirdo.
That's your fucking locker, dude.
Yeah, but he's a fucking. He's
the one guy
let out of Arkham.
Yeah,
he was in Arkham, and they let him go. And the psychiatrist was supposed to be helping him.
Or was he in Arkham already?
Oh, all right. Well,
we don't know that.
This is the thing about this movie is like, was any of it real? Was it in his head? Because the girl's not really fucking with him. That was all in his brain.
Yeah.
Nah, all of it happened except his bitch, I think. What do you think?
I think it happens, but I don't think it happens the way we see it. I think the majority of it happens the way he thinks it happens, but not in the exact same way we see it. I think the time period is a little different. I think he pushes back the time period. Okay, all right. To be honest, I'm hoping that's the case only because I want to see him in the Batman movie. So I'm hoping that because he'll be like 60 years old trying to find a new Batman. Oh. Unless the new Batman movie's set in the earlier time period, like maybe in the 90s or something, which would be dope.
Dude, it's like Joker might be sick though too.
Yeah, that'd be fucking. And it's like you got mirror images of the same fucking kind of psycho, the psyche in a way, and that's what Batman and Joker are. They're basically the same person, just mirror images of each other. Yeah. They got no fucking superpowers. They're just both crazy and hellbound, bent on fucking doing what they do.
And brilliant.
Yeah. And fucking smart.
Yeah.
But what I loved about this movie, and at the end, is like always what I had the problem with is like the Joker character throughout comics, TVs, movies, and shit. It's like, who the fuck would follow this guy? He's leading you on a fucking suicide mission. Why would you follow this fucking idiot?
That was pretty cool.
Like, but then you figure out, it's like, look, he fucking gets into your fucking head. You think that he's like, he could be your iconic savior, and like teaching you to fucking be bigger and fight against the fucking powers that be. But really, he's just a fucking nut. He's just a nut, and then everybody's fucking copying him because they think that
it was the time period though too, like. The way the city was moving, it felt like he fought the rich,
right?
But he wasn't. He just got tired of getting pissed on,
and he claps two fucking rich.
You don't give a fuck about all of that.
He just happened to clap three rich dudes in a fucking train that were fucking with him. And he just happened to have a gun.
Yeah,
that's all it was. But the media turns it into the poor versus the rich.
But you felt good when he killed those motherfuckers.
Yes,
right?
In that scene,
like, yo, fuck these guys.
Yeah, in that scene, I have the fucking name of the website this is one show that gives me perspective on that one scene. Is that when he fucking kills those three dudes, it's like you don't see it coming.
No, yeah,
right. You know what I'm saying? It just fucking he shoots. You don't hear it.
It feels real. Yeah. It feels like if that happened, you could see that happening in real life. Dog.
Well, let's just say I know a couple of people that have been in those situations, and they said that's as real as it gets because you don't hear a fucking gun click. You don't see a fucking gun getting pulled out somewhere. You don't hear any of that. Yep. No preempt to it whatsoever. It's just bah, bah, and dudes are fucking done. And we're like, oh shit! Like, what the fuck just happened? And it's like, no. No, and they're fucking dead. And he fucking catches one dude in the leg.
He's off of just adrenaline, so he's just like, da.
Yeah. And he follows dude down the fucking hallway when he doesn't really have to.
Yeah.
But he's like, I don't know what the fucking else to do. I don't want him to fucking like tell on me, basically. And you're kind of in that moment with him. And it's like his laugh, he can't control it. He's just like, oh, and it's like that the fucking part that gets me about that whole fucking scenario, because he's like laughing and he feels like he's dying to like not let it out. Like every fucking time it's like, oh, fucking hurts, like fucking like someone's punching him in the stomach every time he laughs.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh dear God, it's like fucking if he could just control that laugh.
That makes it so much more fucked up though, because he's not laughing because he's having a good time.
No.
He's probably having the worst fucking time of his life every time he's laughing.
Right.
And that's fucked up, bro.
Yeah, and that's part of this right here, this fucking book. If you haven't read it, fucking read it. It's not just called Joker because it's fucking like...
This one is based off or what? So
if you read this book, and I'm glad I fucking read this like years before I fucking saw this movie, because like when I saw this, I'm like, oh my God, this feels like the fucking comic book coming to fucking life. Because there's a scene. It's like I don't want to fucking I'm gonna spoil it. Fuck it. You all know what you come to this channel for if you are. Yeah. It's like there is a scene where he's fucking like they show him crying, and they could show it's a different side of him. At first, when I first read it, I was like, oh, what the fuck is he crying for? That's weird. But it goes to show that he's not enjoying this shit. It's fucking painful for him to do this stuff. He just can't fucking help himself because he's just fucking out of his mind, and he can't fucking stop it. And everybody that fucking, and just like in this movie, he tried to get help. He tried to go to people who fucking, it's like, look, but everybody's like, yeah, fuck off. I got no time for you. We're cutting budgets, blah, blah, blah. You're on your own. And that's what this guy does right here in this fucking movie. He does fucking bad shit, but he doesn't fucking, he's just like, I can't control it anymore.
Yeah.
And that's why it's fucking painful for him to do. And that's why, read this shit and you fucking, you'll get it. And it's like when I saw this and I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, they pulled a lot from it. They also pull shit from The Dark Knight Returns too, especially the last scene where he fucking blows away fucking Robert De Niro. That was great.
That was some of the coldest. That was a cold ass scene, man.
Dude,
that scene was blooded, B. That shit was fucking crazy.
And the whole time, what do you see him doing? He's got tears coming down his face because he's like, I'm about to fucking explode and I can't help it.
He's gonna kill his idol. Yeah, his idol.
Yeah, he saw him as a father figure. Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna shoot him in the fucking head. He's gonna shoot himself, but he's like, you know what? Fuck this. Why would I kill myself? I didn't do anything wrong. I'm gonna fucking kill this guy. Because they all fucking turn on me. They're all here to make fun of me. They're all here to talk shit. And he's all like, you know what? What do you do when you fucking motherfucker? Blah, blah, blah. Get what you fucking deserve. Bow! Oh! fucking blood everywhere.
Man, that was cold, man.
Holy shit.
That was like... And it felt like real TV. Like, if you saw that on real TV... Yeah. You'd be bugged the fuck out.
And that's why they had to do it.
Like killing Barbara or killing Jay Leno or some shit.
Johnny Carson.
Johnny Carson back then. Letterman.
Yeah, killing all those, anybody in those fucking chairs. You fucking kill them on fucking live TV. Yeah. People are gonna flip the fuck out. And that's what, like, I give it up to Todd Phillips putting this in how he directed this whole thing and put it in a certain element. Where it's like, if you don't put it in the 1980s, none of this shit seems possible. Because, like, you go into a studio nowadays, they're fucking searching everybody. Everybody's going through fucking metal detectors and all that stuff. No one's getting past with so much as a damn razor blade. It's like, you have to put it in this kind
of... gritty-ass Gotham in the 80s.
Big-ass rats.
Yeah.
all over the damn place.
Like, New York in the 80s, dog, was fucking... it was war zone, dog. Like, motherfuckers was... It was like that, dog. And you can see it, but this is Taxi Driver. This is King of Comedy. It's
a mix.
It's all that thrown up. Yeah,
it's a remix of all these two. Yeah, and yeah, you see, and if you know those two movies, it's definitely a remix of those two.
It's kind of like the best of those movies.
Yeah, and it's like you almost kind of wonder, is like, oh, did this guy see these movies and put this in his head and make up his own story? Because that's what it feels like. Yeah, but it was like, it's so freaking well done. It's like, my God. And then at the end, too, when he's, like, running around, he got blood on his feet and shit, I'm like, oh, my God, this guy's a fucking killer.
Yeah.
He was like, and just, man, I did not expect this shit. Did not expect this shit.
I didn't know. I thought it was going to be slow, maybe. Kind of it looked a little boring, maybe. My son was hype. He's like, "Yo, this is gonna be the most." He expected it to be what it was, and we went and seen it, and I was like, "God damn, man, that shit was fire, man. That shit was fucking. That was great. I didn't even think they would do shit like this in 2019 no more, yo.
No,
this world, the way we are, it's so soft and scared of like shit like this, yo. And they were, yo, and they still are. I bet if he don't win an award for this, it's because these fools is pussy, yo. This is fucking. This is art, man.
He already got one. He already got a Golden Globe. That's it.
This is Oscar winning, though, dog.
It is. But if he doesn't win, who gives a fuck?
Alright.
Let's face fact. Awards are just fucking entertainment industry patting itself on its back.
Yeah.
We all fucking know that fucking Joaquin, and he did this shit. It's like so fucking good that everybody's like, oh my god, dude. It's like no one was expecting this shit. Now we're like comparing him to fucking Heath Ledger. Rest in peace, Heath Ledger.
I picked up this.
Heath Ledger, rest in peace. Hey, salud, Heath Ledger.
Salud. Alright.
The clown killed you. We're sorry.
So I was gonna ask this. This is a controversial question, right? Is Ledger
ready?
Phoenix, and it's not fair to even compare, but
boy, it's not fair.
Yeah,
it's like it's hard for me to do that. But if you're gonna put gun to my head right now,
Phoenix.
Oh, but see, we only got to see him. We only got to see him Joker. In my opinion, we only got to see Joker for 3 minutes.
In
Joker.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
We only got to see Joker for about 3 minutes, and those 3 minutes were fucking sick. he comes in with his makeup done. He's dancing the fucking Pennywise home brand, and he's like fucking. Broham, which is a little fucking Easter egg. I don't know much people catch Pennywise. Joker, anyways.
I don't think I got that.
Yeah, because. Which is named after fucking Pennywise the Clown.
Some clown shit, yeah.
Yeah, that's not. It's not even a fucking accident. So, to me, it's like we only got to see Joker from that point on. So it's like basically 10 minutes of Joker. When you get a whole movie of fucking of Heath Ledger doing that and
co-star, he's a co-star,
and against Batman. So it's kind of hard for me to say those two are the same. But if I'm gonna have to put it in, let's say we just doing it. In those fucking moments where he's Joker, I might have to give it to Phoenix now.
Yeah.
I might have to give it to Phoenix just because, like, the fucking moment because he creeped me the fuck out. And that moment when he creeps me the fuck out is when he's sitting, and they're all laughing at him and shit. And he's sitting in the audience, and the audience is laughing at him. He's sitting on stage. He's all, and he does that fake ass laugh. I'm like, he's got the makeup on. I'm like, oh, fuck this guy. Like, even people behind me were like, at the end, when this fucking credits started rolling, like, damn, that shit was scary. They were like, he was a new fucking level of fucking Jokers.
He was Joker as soon as he shot those motherfuckers, though. That's when he became Joker.
To you? Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
Don't you think?
No. To me, it was not until he fucking embraces...
Put the makeup on?
Not until he puts the makeup on and embraces the whole fucking persona.
After he clapped those dudes and he goes in the bathroom and he's bugging out doing that dance, he's like, this is me, motherfucker.
Okay.
You know? That was my thing. I was like, that was a creepy-ass scene to me, was when he was in the bathroom under those lights dancing like it felt good, yo.
Yeah.
That was like, all right, yeah, that fool.
I follow you.
That's where his fucking brain was like, this is me, yo. This is what I need to do right here. You know what I mean? Yeah, that shit was cold, yo.
Yeah, because he's like, that is a bugged out scene. Everybody talks about that scene.
And he improvised that.
Yeah.
He was like, I need to do this right here.
Yeah. I guess I don't know what the scene was supposed to be before that, but supposedly that's exactly what happened. He just started fucking rolling with it, and they just said, just fucking keep going. And he's doing that fucking like Tai Chi type.
Yeah. But it felt like he was doing Tai Chi. Like, I'm at one with this shit. This is my mix, baby.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Wow. Ooh.
And he Ledger's great, but this fool transformed into a psychopath, and it's fucking nuts, yo.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just goes to show us, like, it's like, I don't know. Do you have to? I mean, obviously, you don't have to do the lengths that these two guys did to play the Joker and be a good Joker. Because, I mean, Jack Nicholson didn't have to do that. And Jack Nicholson was fucking dope.
He was dope.
Especially for the kind of movie they were doing.
Hey, he was a psychopath.
Yeah.
He was, yo.
Yeah,
like, if you think about that shit that he did, that fool did some bugged out shit. Yeah.
I mean, he burned a dude alive.
Yeah. Burned a dude alive, yo. He did a lot of fucked up shit.
Yeah.
He fucked that bitch's face up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was giving her all the cosmetic bullshit.
Like some weird fucking melting shit. Yeah, he had no fucking limits.
Well, they say that's what turned up the Joker role after Jack Nicholson, because he's just a fucking icon and he went psychopath. Then Ledger was like, "Fuck, I gotta follow Jack," and then now Phoenix like, "I gotta follow what, Oscar winner." It's like it just keeps getting turned up. Like whoever got that is fucked, yo. Mm-hmm. And damn, Leto. I think I don't know. Why you hate Leto, yo? Everybody want to make fun of Leto because he's punk rock Joker, but was he that bad? I don't know. He wasn't great, but he wasn't bad.
I think I don't know. To me, it was like I hate to hate on the dude, but
Cholo Joker, bro.
Fucking Leto, dude.
Joker, eh? It's me, Joker.
He doesn't win. He doesn't win, dude. He doesn't win. It's just
he doesn't win.
He doesn't win. He can't do.
He's below Cesar Romero.
Yeah. Oof. Oof. Ouch.
He doesn't even fuck with the '60s one.
No. Nah. I mean, whatever he could. It's all a mess. Poor guy. Yeah, that'll. He'll be happy if everybody just forgets about that one. Just like, and to me, like I always said about that one, it's just like he in the trailers he looked like he was gonna be menacing and fucking scary, and he wasn't. And I was just like, eh. Yeah,
he was just a goon. He's like more like a henchman than he was a super villain.
Yeah, and I think that's where they kind of did him a fucking disservice, or just didn't do him any justice. Where it's like you can't have the Joker persona in a sidekick fucking role. Yeah. You just can't. If you do that, you're just not giving the actor his legs to stretch and do his thing. You're just setting him up to fail. And I think we disproved that. So you can't. There's not enough room for him. It's like the Joker fucking character needs room to fucking be.
Yeah, he was just like, I'm breaking Harley Quinn. He was like breaking Harley Quinn out. Like, no, this motherfucker's the man. He should be the villain, or he should be on the team at least.
Yeah, he wasn't. And in the comics, he is on the team.
Yeah, he's on the
team. Yeah. I was like, they just forgot about him. It's like they just made him fucking a B-roll fucking storyline.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. But anyways. Yeah, I mean, shit, like I said, in a vacuum, I think fucking Joaquin Phoenix wins. I fucking Ledger. Until we see, it's like I said, in a fair comparison, it's like until we see him against Batman, which will they do? I don't know. Hearing rumors that they will, but unless they do with against a fucking new Batman, fucking Robert
Batman needs to be. Yeah, well, Robert Pattinson, he might be able to chop up against.
Yo, I've seen some footage on him. I'm getting kind of like, oh shit.
He can do it. You think?
I think so.
Fool, he's a good actor.
I think so.
I thought that fool was trash, Twilight motherfucker. But he's done some things. That movie, Good Time, he was a gritty motherfucker in that. And, yo, that fool got chops, yo.
Yeah, he made his money off of fucking Twilight. Now he's like,
now he can do whatever want. Now be an artist, yo.
Oh. I think he could be a fucking good Bruce Wayne and a good Batman. That's like, because I think he, especially like.
Batman's just as dark as Joker, but he doesn't.
Sure.
His tendencies don't go negative; they go positive.
Yeah,
but he still has demons and fucking. And yeah, he's just got a fucking. He's got a lot on him, yo.
Yeah, and that's what he's trying to do, and that's what the character is trying to do. And I think what he could offer is that if what I'm hearing from all the other sources and shit I'm hearing online is that they're trying to make this Batman more detective. Make him the detective.
That's good. He is. Yeah, he's a detective,
and he's supposed to be.
Yeah,
he's a detective.
That's why he has the gadgets.
Yeah. He's a detective first. That's why fucking Ra's al Ghul he respects Batman as a detective, not just a fucking a guy who can kick ass.
Yeah,
and so that's why he wants him to marry fucking his daughter. He's like, no, you're a fucking genius. And that's why I fucking like you. And it's like good. They're gonna put that forefront. So I'm looking forward to see what they're gonna do with that. Now, I've did a little digging, and it looks like he's may have. Now, if they do, that makes me really excited for this shit. That Joaquin might be part of this shit in some respect. He's saying that he kind of let it slip a couple times.
I'm worried
about what?
About bringing him back because this is such iconic shit that you could fuck this up real fast, real easy, real fast. Put him on some corny shit, yo. You did. If DC, you did Batman vs Superman. You fucked that up. You did Justice League. You fucked that up. Now you got a great ass Joker. You need a fucking superb Batman. You need a Batman like this motherfucker. I gotta compete against Christian Bale. Yeah.
But see, Christian Bale was another one that was like kind of like, oh man, was he gonna be good? I was like, Christian Bale.
Well, when I first saw Batman Begins, he was like, what the fuck is this?
It's Cookie Monster.
Why is he a demon? This was a demon. This was a monster. Or then you just go with it, but and he became cool. But I think Pattinson could cut it, yo, and I'm down with it. Pattinson against Joaquin might be some fucking next level superhero shit that we weren't even expecting. You know, like everybody talks about, you know, Scorsese's like, man, fuck those superhero movies. That ain't real art. You know, like Joker's real art.
Being salty.
Yeah. Well, I see what he's saying though, dog. Come on, these ain't fucking. This ain't Taxi Driver shit, you know. But it took from Taxi Driver.
It did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But
and nobody's saying it's a step towards that. And nobody's denying that. Not even Todd Phillips is like, no, that's just derivative. Now he's like, I took from that shit.
Yeah, he did.
I took from Taxi Driver and I took from The Comedian.
He just took like the best of.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm not afraid to fucking say it.
But Tarantino does that too, but he just does like 30 movies into one.
Good point. Yeah. Good point. Yeah. So this is what people are hoping that DC does.
Do this
shit like this.
All their fucking cartoon movies are the shit because they're dark, they're cussing, it's bloody. Fuck Marvel, yo. Don't do what Marvel does. Do this grimy shit. That's what DC is. It's some grimy Gotham City gully shit, yo.
Oh, well, I mean, and DC has to capitalize on that now because
Suicide Squad could be a grimy ass joint, yo.
Yeah, that could be.
And that could be dope if they did it right.
And if they do a Lobo fucking no joint, that would fucking kill it. So they gotta watch their timing because right now they have an opportunity to put those kind of movies out, and if they don't, Disney will do it
Disney ain't going rated R. They're only gonna keep Deadpool R. There may be Wolverine. Blade. That's it. Blade's gonna be PG-13.
Nah, if they do Blade PG-13, they will not get my fucking money.
It's straight Marvel.
No!
It's straight Marvel.
Say that. God damn it! Don't say
it's straight Marvel, kid.
Nah, they can't do Blade. Fucking PG-13.
Dude, Marvel called this out. It's not like Fox is like, we already got Deadpool. This is his universe. Marvel's like, we're doing Blade.
They can't do Blade fucking PG-13.
If they disappear, there's no blood.
Well, supposedly they're gonna make. I don't know if that's for sure or not. They could potentially make.
Blade's in Spider-Man's universe.
Yeah, but I mean, they all kind of share the same universe in New York. But at the same time, it's like there is potential that they might have to make a decision if Doctor Strange is going to be PG-13 or rated R. That's supposed to be the horror shit.
That fool's going to stay PG-13.
No, don't tell me Blade's going to be fucking 13. I will not give my money to fucking see Blade in PG-13.
Yeah, you will.
No!
It's Marvel.
No!
It's fucking Marvel.
No, I won't unless you see it first.
They'll make it. They'll make it decent, yo. Yeah.
I can't.
It's because you're thinking of Snipes, the best Blade.
Of course, I'm going to think of Snipes, but I don't know. I mean,
Marshala.
Yeah.
No, he
was good in it, and you saw how dark he could get in fucking Alita. Going back to our fucking top.
Like that, it's Cottonmouth.
Yeah, Cottonmouth was great, but in Alita he was fucking dark as shit. Yeah. He was like fucking spooky looking motherfucker. I'm like, okay, there's Blade right there, and supposedly
he looked like Blade in that.
Yeah, he looked like Blade. I was like, I'm like, when I saw him at fucking Comic-Con, I was like, oh shit.
I hope Disney don't be pussies and just try to keep this shit all fucking PG-13. You know.
Oh, I mean, I would love to see a Blade. I'm still like Blade, Deadpool, fucking movie. Give me that.
Blade, Morbius, rated R. Come on. Is that his name? Morbius, right? Vampire villain.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. We never seen that motherfucker.
No, bring it. You can't do PG-13.
But Morbius is a Spider-Man villain too. So like, come on.
Obviously, I mean, Jesus Christ, Disney. Look at the fucking. Obviously, rated R ain't gonna scare people away.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. It's bullshit now. Yeah. It's all a construct. And people are trying to
It never did. When we were kids, we saw all the rated R joints.
I saw Blade. Blade was rated R.
That's all we saw. Well, we were of age then, but I'm talking about fucking Terminator, Rambo. All that shit is rated R. We watched that RoboCop.
It's a bullshit construct. Disney. Disney. No, bullshit construct. Yeah, they're trying to fucking scare you. Yeah. Don't do it.
No, take the R. PG-13 is gonna get more people in. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's not.
No, not anymore. No. People are wise to that shit. People that spend money are me and this guy. Teenagers can't afford that. They're spending $18 on a cup. Like $18 on a cup of coffee at Starbucks. Yeah. They're not gonna go fucking see your shit in the theaters. Me and this guy are. No.
My kids go.
And we're gonna take our kids because
they buy Aladdin and then they go into Joker.
It's how it's always been done.
Well, see, 2 Disney joints. They go in.
Right, you're gonna get money anywhere, motherfucker. Okay.
Salute to the top 20, and salute to Joaquin for killing that motherfucker.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Alright. That's it. That was good. Let's call it on this one. That was it. Happy
peace to the villains.
CO2 and
I'm Gritty.
When the clock on fire.
Yeah, new decade, yo. Let's go get this shit, man. Happy villains. We in the motherfucking building.
Yeah.
Fuck your feelings.
Fuck your feelings. Fuck your feelings.